Yo. Pyramid plot from the bottom to the peak. Ash me the lies, truth ain't weak. Naysayers squawking, no new speak. Scheme crumbling, cold shattered, bleak. Promises of wealth, gold feathered truth. Onpassive dreams, scans hollow booth. Eyes unblind, it's time to sleuth. Escape the web, find proof in youth. Time to bounce, leave the cold zone. Scheme falling, let it be known. Naysayers truth on daggers thrown. Ashes kingdom, we're breaking the stone. Digital deceit on passive streets. Scams run deep, feel the beats. Investors cry, no way to eat. Unmasking this fraud, no repeats. Ashes words, smoke screen facade. Promises broken, dreams all charred. We've woken up, we're off guard. Breaking free, cut the cord. Charred, lies exposed, truth widely spoken. Chain reaction, web is broken. Freedom's here, scams out in the open. Naysayers rise, no more coping. Yeah. Lies exposed, truth widely spoken. Chain reaction, web is broken. Freedom's here, scams out in the open. Naysayers rise, no more coping. Clubbing, blocks falling, schemes broken, ash got them choking, wallets getting stolen. Promises of gold, dreams been molded, naysayers expose lies, truth unfolded. Naysayers in the streets, ash skim unravel. Wake up out the cold, time to travel. Freaking cold, let the truth rattle. Onpassive's a joke, no need for babble. Promises, illusions, they got you in a daze. Webs out flashy, but heart full of haze. Fake riches, paper castles in a blaze. Ashes, empire crumbling, end of the craze. Naysayers in the streets, ash skim unravel. Wake up out the cold, time to travel. Speaking cold, let the truth rattle. Onpassive's a joke, no need for babble. Promises, illusions, they got you in a daze. Webs out flashy, but heart full of haze. Fake riches, paper castles in a blaze. Ashes, empire crumbling, end of the craze. Naysayers in the streets, ash skim unravel. Wake up out the cold, time to travel. Freaking cold, let the truth rattle. Onpassive's a joke, no need for babble. Spinning tales in the dark. Got folks in trance, hypnotized by the spark. Dim truth peeking, find your mark. No riches here, just an empty park. Preaching progress or reality twisted. Onpassive dreamers, naive and misfitted. Broken promises, karma never resisted. Naysayers say and tell how we existed.
Still you'll catch your time, ain't right. Naysayers don't play, we speak what's true. Onpassive scheme ain't meant for you. Ash got plans to steal your soul. We won't lead you down that hole. We rock, you know we won't stay by. Won't steal your cash, your time ain't mine. Ain't mine. Naysayers rise, we shine so bright. Truth cut deep in darkest night. Hey, Ash and his game wanna take what's yours. Pyramid built with hidden doors. Claims of wealth, but it's just a lie. We naysayers, we don't buy. Ash and his gang wanna take what's yours. Pyramid built with hidden doors. Claims of wealth, but it's just a lie. We naysayers, we don't buy. We won't be silent, gonna raise our voice. Speaking facts, ain't no choice. Break the chains of a dirty scheme. Naysayers live in the dream. Promises of gold, but all you get is smoke. Ashes empire, just a joke. Naysayers stand up, keep it real. We cut through lies like sharpened steel. We work, you know we won't stay by. Won't steal your cash, your time ain't mine. Ain't mine. They say us rise, we shine so bright. Truth cut deep in darkest night. Hey,
Karma's a bitch.
Queen of Karma.
Stop going there.
Hello, everyone, and how are you all doing today? I hope that you are all having a very awesome Friday, because today is Friday with my Sayers of Nay, and I have a fun show. Hopefully you find it fun. I have a fun show planned for you today. Joe is here and says, greetings, everyone. More fun with Onpassive, as always. And Baron is here. And Salami Nugget is here. And Sherry is here. Good to see you. And Violet is here saying hello to the clan of naysayers. And Mark is here. And please send him lots of love and support, because Tom and Jerry is really fun when you're a kid, maybe even a teenager, maybe even stoned. Not so fun, though, when it's on repeat for your 2-year-old that you're taking care of. Then it gives you a headache. So send him lots of love and support. And Jelly is here. She's here to say nay. And we have some Onpassive OFounders with us here today. Always welcome. Tom and Jerry is great. The originals by Fred Quimby were superb. I really enjoy them. Tom is like Mufara, always getting things wrong. Interesting comparison. You'll never stop coming here? Good. I'm glad that no matter how many times you hear Chris saying,
stop going there,
that you will never stop coming here. I am happy. I'm glad. So we are going to start off our Friyay like we always do with our fabulously amazing one and only Onpassive meme review. Woohoo! So we got all of the memes from the past week and supposed to go over some OFounders. It's been quite an interesting week. So let's see what we got. We have this eyesore, Hidden Treasures Among Us. Unfortunately, it's not the Among Us game, though. We have a lot of diamonds. They're very into diamonds. They keep posting a lot of diamonds. This one might have been posted in the past. Then we have this one by Narelle. In our journey, our personal growth development is priceless, which is quite interesting. I don't know how much personal growth development you can get from attending webinars where you just, dream about a future where you're a millionaire. That's never going to happen. But hey, if they say they're doing personal growth development, also, I don't think you need to say growth and development, just in future, Narelle. It's either personal development or personal growth. It seems quite redundant. Me, yes. Don't panic. I gotta get to that one.
don't panic.
Don't panic. Hello, Mr. Level. Good to see you. You paused part 2 of Cobra Kai to join us because you love us so much. I'm happy you did that. I'm glad that you joined. So this one, I do have to say, out of a lot of the memes that we've seen by Onpassive, these ones are probably more pretty than we're used to. So there's that. She's got that poster on the back of her toilet door. Looks like a John Denver album cover. Yeah, sort of. Then we have this one. And when I first saw this, hello, rockin' hippie chick, good to see you. I thought it was a bunch of hair. It looked like a bunch of hair. I don't know why, but upon first glance, I was like, whoa, they got Chewbacca on here. And then I was like, no, wait, it's supposed to be like a fire, but it looks like a really hairy fire. And then it says, belief is the spark that ignites determination. But I don't know. I just see Chewbacca. Maybe it's just me, though, but it's a very, very hairy looking fire. Then we have this one, which, of course, there's a picture of a house and a car, and that's supposed to kind of allude that that's how you'll be living if you join Onpassive. And then it says, very soon you will get everything you want. Your dream life will be your reality. It's on the way. And I'm like, yeah, very soon. Very soon is 7 years to these guys. You know, they have improved in general. They have improved in general on the memes. And then Sherry says, who wants a race car like that? A lot of people in Dubai are into the whole like race car thing. Like they do that supercar thing. So I was thinking they probably were thinking of that. I don't want a car like that, but I'm sure a lot of people do. It's nice to dream, I guess. And now this looks more like what we're used to seeing, which is an eyesore. And this one makes me laugh because it says, coming back strongly in the middle. And then along the outside, it has their logo Onpassive, except for some reason, the last E is cut off. So they're coming back strongly by spelling Onpassive wrong. That made me laugh. You know, that made me laugh. Yeah, Onpassive. Onpassive. Coming back strongly as Onpassive. They can rent these cars, but these guys have no money. Marty can't even fit inside one of these cars. I don't think he can fit inside, especially with the armchair. So then we have this one, which just looks like a rave, and this one's been getting posted up a few times. So I like the rave one. It's my favorite. And then we have Onpassive with the love you. And Onpassive is in a heart on a bed, which would go really well for Valentine's Day. But I just don't know why we're doing this in November. I was expecting to see more Christmas stuff starting to happen around now, but apparently we're still doing Valentine's Day. Also, it's a little creepy, you know, to suggest that it's like your love. Like that's like a romantic sort of post, you know, Onpassive love. So it's like, I don't know, the whole romantic posting thing is a little bit iffy to me. You got like the rose petals and everything. Then we have this one. That's the pick for O Date. I like that. O Date. Then we have this one. It's a bunch of apples with dollar signs on them, which I love because, okay, so they started calling money apples because they thought that in doing so, they would be able to talk about the amount of money they would be making in Onpassive without it being an illegal income claim. I know. That sounds crazy, especially after we just spent all week watching Marty DeGarmo make nothing but illegal income claims all over his channel. But there was a time where they were all like, we can't do illegal income claims. We have to watch our language. So they replaced the word money with apples, and it was supposed to be kind of like a symbol, symbolic. So symbolically, whenever you saw apples, if you were in Onpassive, you were supposed to think, oh, they mean lots of money. It kind of takes away the purpose when you put the dollar signs right on the apples in the meme like this. So I got a kick out of that. I think that's my favorite part of this one, other than the awful, awful text. So of course it says Onpassive at the top, luckily with the E this time. And then in white it says, success is knocking at the door anytime. I know it's awful. But then on the gold bucket with the logos of several of their products and their OFounders, you know, like they got Omail logo on there and stuff. They have it saying, I Onpassive believe, I'm assuming, because it's, again, the Onpassive logo. And then it says, believe. So I Onpassive believe. Which, again, doesn't make sense. The apples. Yes, the apples. Marty has his Ferrari swivel seat. He's glued to it and can drive it at 180 miles per hour, chasing the Onpassive unicorn. What are miles per hour? From this day forward, I shall say Onpassive. I bought my own bag of apples this morning. Pears too. Onpassive Mr. Ash Mufara says, don't worry, when Onpassive gets back online, we will be picking apples off the ground and off the tree. I'm sure. Also symbolic of the biblical poison apple, though, just saying. It is. It is. And it could be very much to them since they are very religious and often use religion. We're going to get into that in a few minutes, actually. I hated picking up rotten apples from our yard when I was little. I had a friend with crab apple trees, and I used to help them pick up the crab apples. That used to be annoying. Or am I thinking of Snow White? Could be. See, the biblical wasn't really poison apple, but it was, of course, like it's still a symbol because Eve ate the apple and disobeyed God and listened to Satan, as the story goes. And then now we have painful childbirth because that's our punishment. So, I mean, it could still be a symbol of that, but the poison apple was Snow White. But, I mean, as a woman, if you had referred to that as a poison apple, I wouldn't have blamed you. You know, I would have been like, yeah, no, it definitely was poison for us. I guess it's more of a forbidden apple in the Bible, isn't it? But yeah, this was a great post. I definitely like this one. We just took all the symbolism away, and then it makes no sense, you know? Then we have this eyesore, and again, I look at this one, I get a headache. I don't even know where to begin. It's just a lot going on at once. And once again, we have an apple with a dollar sign. So I'm like, okay, I guess we're not doing the symbolism thing anymore. I mean, there is no point after Marty came out here and made so many illegal income claims anyway. But like, we're not even trying, you know? So we'll start at the top left where it says, think different. Then we have in it to win it. Then we have think big. There's orange on the side, and we have a poem. So the word is focus, and it stands for follow one course until successful. And that spells out focus. Yep, makes me want to go jump off a bridge. Then we have the key, and it says the key to everything is, and then I'm very confused because we have a peace sign. So I read it as the key to everything is peace. because it's also in white. So I look at that as one thought, right? But then on the bottom of the key, it says patience in orange. And then I get confused because I don't know if they're trying to say the key to everything is peace and patience. Is it patience? Is the key to everything peace? And then they also just have patience thrown on there. I don't know. I guess in art, everything is up for interpretation. So take it as you will. Interpret that however you want, I guess. Whatever you want it to say is what it says. Then, of course, we have Onpassive again, just in case you forgot what company this was for, while your mind was being blown by all the graphics. And then on the side here, in the same color as the key, it says, all is well. I think it's well, because again, upon first looking at it, you're not sure if well is supposed to be one word, because based on how it's written, it looks like all is we, and then there's just two random L's there. Or there's there's the number 11. All is we 11. You could also argue that that's what it says. So again, art is up for interpretation. We do have a rocket ship at the top right corner. We got the eagle. They do a lot of the Apple rocket ship eagles. And what do those three things have to do with each other? Nothing. But they'll throw them all on the same graphic. And once again, whenever I'm looking at these, especially these ones that we've seen so far in this meme review, my thoughts are, this is supposed to be for marketing Onpassive, hopefully to people that are not in it yet, to get new people to come in as customers or OFounders. And if I came across this as someone that didn't know what it was, I would have no clue what the hell was going on. I would just be very confused. It doesn't tell me anything. Many of them don't describe the company and what it even is. This is just a bunch of like MLM phrases thrown in a collage. Like, I don't know how else to take it. I would never look at this graphic, for example, and think to myself, oh, it's an AI company and they have video conferencing and it's an MLM that you can make money at. Like, that's not what I would get from this. So not great for marketing. Not great for marketing. Also, this is ugly as hell and very confusing, and it's giving me a headache. We got to move on. This poor man, I'm so sorry. But what are we doing here? If this is marketing, this literally is just a collage of a lot of dream big. Think big, dream big. And then we have cars again with the Onpassive logo. And of course, the "we are in it to win it," which you would think is their slogan, even though it's not. But upon looking at this, I'm going to think that you sell cars, or you sell vacations, or you are just one of those coaching MLMs that teaches people how to do attraction, like law of attraction. That's what I'm going to think upon looking at this. Nothing about this says technology company, AI, video conferencing, email client, like nothing. Excuse me, guys. So like I don't are we just making posters to show our love of Onpassive when we're doing this? Like, what is the goal in making this and sharing it on our social media? Is it that you have a large following and you need to kind of keep them engaged? So you're just throwing up random shit? Like, I need to know. Hello, Alps. Good to see you. In it to scam it. It's Friyay with the Say Nay crew. Yes, it is. So, like, I'm sorry. I think your name is Abu. Love that name. Love that name. And I'm sure you seem like a very, very nice chap. Okay. All right. You look like a decent dude. I hope that you get out of this scam. But again, I just don't know what this is supposed to do. Like, are you marketing to people to join as an OFounder then? And then again comes the point with once we figure out what they're doing, it's kind of like, well, what's the point? Because if I see this and I go, oh, wow, if I join Onpassive, I can go on vacations and get cars and dream big. I want to go join. There is nowhere for me to register right now. So what's the damn point? I know they really like the cars. I don't think it is. Like, because there's no point to the cars. Like, there's no point to it. Like, what are we doing? We're not selling cars or car parts. And there isn't even an official car bonus at Onpassive. So there really is no point to having the cars. So it's completely useless in the marketing. Like, people were allegedly were given cars a few years ago, but I don't know how that went. I don't know if they still own the cars. I don't know if they were rented or what. But it's been years since that's even happened. So at this point, it's like, what we sharing cars for? There's no point. Stop sharing the damn cars. The next one is, again, they've been sharing a lot of these that just say Onpassive join. But again, we have cut off the E. So it's Onpassive without the E again. And I love it. Because, again, I can't join. I can't join. So I see this. I think it has Hindi on it. So it comes from that area of the world. And they have a huge, huge following over there. Right? It's like where most of their business is. So it's like, you see this, you read it, and you go, oh, okay, I want to join. I can't. There's nothing for me to do. I can't register in the OES. So what's the point? Yet all of them were posting this and things similar to it all over the place this past week. I don't understand. Why? Why? I think it says more than just Onpassive join, but I have no idea what it says because I don't speak Hindi. It may, but the main point of this is that they're trying to get them to join. So it probably says something like AI, machine learning. I will say this one probably has more information about the company than any of the other ones that we've seen. But still, the point is to join. We can't join. So why are we telling people to join? Kind of hard to join a company that doesn't work, right? Like, you literally cannot register. So, like, okay. It's like they're going to see that, and then by the time they can join, they're going to forget that they even saw these ads. Then we have this one. The possibilities are endless. Onpassive. Mr. Ash Mufara. And you would think that since it has Ash's name on it, then it's a meme that Ash made. But no, they just put his name on there so that you know that Onpassive belongs to Mr. Ash Mufara and that the possibilities are endless there. The spacing's awful. We have it like cut off at the top. It's all over the place. The glowing gold is an eyesore. But man, dude, these guys love gold. They probably should have invested in gold instead of Onpassive. I'm just saying. Jelly says, apex predators do not make memes. They probably don't. They probably don't, okay? They're busy. They're busy hunting down the meat that they need to eat later. You know? But it's just like the possibilities are endless. Again, that doesn't tell me anything about what this company is or what it does. All I know is that it's Onpassive, and then... See, most people would see this, though, and they would think Ash did the meme, not the company's owned by Ash. See, we already know that information. But again, if you came across this, you had no clue what Onpassive was, no clue who Ash was, and you saw this, you would think that the person signed their name. Especially since a lot of them do put their names on it. There's this. The OES. Again, if you don't know what it stands for, then you'd be a little confused. Stands for the Onpassive ecosystem. But here it just says Onpassive, OES. It's an eyesore. But I guess not the worst thing we've seen. We've seen worse edits. It's just, again, it's like coming out of the phone, jumping out at us. I don't know. Maybe it's 3D and I'm overreacting. Then we have this just green blob of Mr. Ash Mufara. Again, I'm not sure what they're saying in Hindi, something about something being 100%. I'm assuming 100% automatic. I'm kind of assuming that says something like targeted traffic, 100% automatic. And the reason why I think that is because for some reason this past week, all of the Indian OFounders have been making these videos where they all keep repeating that Onpassive has targeted traffic and it is 100% automatic. If you know what this says and it says something else, let me know down below, because there's also something about 1% there. So it could say more than that. But the eyesore of it is the green, I think. It wouldn't be that bad if they didn't choose the lime green as the background. I think that makes me go blind, along with, again, Mr. Ash Mufara being in green. It's like crazy. And then, of course, at the bottom in blue, it says CEO and founder of Onpassive. And this is the picture that they probably share the most of his. It's going all around. So it's too much. Then for some reason, there was a few people that shared this random picture of Ash Mufara. I don't know why. So you can see there was no words on it. There wasn't even really a caption with this one. It was just, I really like to look at Ash Mufara's face. Here he is, sort of slyly smiling at us. And I was like, okay, thank you for that. Thank you. Then there's this, and we have Onpassive, transforming the world with AI technology on the big banner there. And then the other banner, of course, says Onpassive, we are in it to win it, life-changing opportunity. And it looks like it's on a bench. And then it looks like there's some people that appear to be sitting on the bench. Or maybe this guy's sitting on the scooter? I'm not really sure. I don't know what's going on with these two girls on the bench. And then this guy on the scooter. Because like Sherry says, when I first looked at it, it looked like two people canoodling in the center. And I was like, what am I looking at here? So I blew it up because we have to figure this out now. All right, we have to get our detectives skills going. And no, okay, so it's a guy on the phone, and I think they're editing him in hopes that he looks like he's on the scooter, and then there's a guy behind him. The only problem, as I'm sure all of you can see, is that if he's on the scooter, he's on it backwards. So why is he backwards on the scooter? Not only is he driving while he's on the phone, which in most places you're not allowed to do, by the way, because it's distracting and dangerous, but he's backwards on the scooter, We can't have that. He's going to get into an accident. And then I had to kind of like see what was going on over here because I couldn't tell if they were like edited to sit on the bench or not. But I don't think they are. But it is two women that are sitting on the bench. So that one's not as crazy. But I mean, that was some stuff, especially the guy that is backwards on the scooter. Hello, Sam. Good to see you. I hope you're having a good day. Not much. We're just into the meme review. So there's that. I guess this guy is driving his scooter backwards while he's on the phone. So, you know, a little worried about his safety, but maybe it's just me. But people were sharing that picture around, so that was fun. And where are his legs? See, that's the thing. He's also sitting with his legs crossed on the scooter backwards while he's on the phone. Because that's definitely how you ride a scooter. You know, I'm just worried about him. He got into an accident after this, I'm sure. After this picture was taken, he trashed the scooter. Or he's double talented. Yeah. He's like really, really talented. I don't know. Maybe he's a stunt double and I'm just talking shit. All right. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. Maybe he's some kind of crazy stunt double. Okay. He's Keanu Reeves' stunt double. And he's really just that good. He can drive a scooter backwards with his legs crossed while on the phone, not even holding the handles. All right. I'm having a very Onpassive day. Very long day. It's a very long day. I'm sorry to hear that. It's almost over. The week is almost over, and the weekend is here. I don't know if that's good news or not, but hopefully. He's in the Matrix. He's in the Matrix. We figured it out. Because he's Keanu Reeves' stunt double. That's how that explains that. Like, I don't know what else would. Then we have this little post here that I just want to go over. So this one made me giggle a bit, which apparently I'm not allowed to do. So better watch out. Bobby here will come get me. And it says, anyone leaving a laughing emoji or a comment against my wonderful company will be blocked immediately on my posts or any others. If you cannot see what our CEO is doing for us, then I don't want to see you. And I was like, oh shit, I better react with a laughing emoji. It's Bollywood Evil Knievel. Onpassive is working hard and getting nothing in return. Damn. But yeah, I don't know why Bobby here hates people that laugh so much. You know, for a company that says that they want to keep everyone staying positive. I don't know why we want to keep everyone in a bad mood. You know? So don't give him laughing emojis. He doesn't like the laughing emojis. All right? He's going to block you if you laugh. And I'm like, hey, but what if somebody's like saying something that's genuinely funny and they're like doing a joke and then we laugh at it? Are we going to get in trouble? So, you know, there's that. Be wary of that. Bobby doesn't like to be laughed at. So make sure that you go to all of his posts and leave him laughing emojis. Or don't do it, I mean. Jesus. Never had to tell someone not to laugh before. No laughing allowed. Okay? Just don't do it. And I was like, geez, what's up Bobby's ass? Getting mad at people for laughing. Then we have this one that says, anyone interested in founder ID package subscribed, please message me. Available at original price. Now, as you can see, this person's like, yeah, I'm selling it. It's the creepy emoji girl. I don't know what to call her because it's not Bitmoji. That's like Bitmoji from Wish, the Facebook version. I don't know, but they creep me out. So it made me laugh because of the comments. The comments under this one were great. So William here says, the founder package closed 2022. So don't be a scammer. Mr. Ash's team will see your post and delete your account. And good for you, scammer. And I was like, well, that was rude. She's just trying to sell her founder positions. Hello, little Miss Lulu. Like my cat, she doesn't like people singing, laughing, crying. No emotions for my Ellie cat. Oh, my. Oh, my. She can't resell a founder position. Apparently not. Apparently it makes her a scammer, which kind of made me laugh. Because I was like, oh, so if somebody's selling a founder position, they're a scammer? Interesting take. So then this person, John here, says, not true. Not true. So then Wonder AI comes in and says, what? Who told? I'm selling some of my IDs. Like, duh, they're called Wonder AI. They have their own AI. They don't need Onpassive AI. So they're selling their IDs, their OFounder positions. Damn it. We can't sell it. Well, geez, Telek, why not? Then they say, yes, we can. So people are trying to sell off their positions and people are not letting them. And it's iffy who can sell and who can't. It appears that people like Michael Williams AIM, for example, are allowed to sell their extra positions whenever they want to. But if anyone else that's like lower down in the company tries to sell off their positions, they get told that they're not allowed to sell them off. And it's funny because if you remember, they said back in September, a bunch of people were joining and they claimed this was because they were getting these pending positions. So what's the difference between selling a pending position and like selling your positions that you've already like bought in on to someone? If I were you, if you're an OFounder out there and you want to sell off your OFounders, just go and sell it off, but do it privately. Don't do it openly in these groups. Reach out to a few of the OFounders that you can really trust and ask them if they have someone, I guess, that would want to buy them off you. Because some people are trying to get something for their money here. You know, like they're like, I've wasted so much time and energy on this. I need to sell it and get something. And most people have more than one position. So it's almost like as soon as someone announces they're selling, they automatically think that the person's leaving the company, but it doesn't even automatically mean that. So when you start calling these people a scammer, they are going to want to sell off all of their IDs instead of just the one they were selling. For all you know, they could have had several different positions and they were still planning on staying in Onpassive themselves. They just had extra ones like many people do that they want to like start selling off. And they figure, hey, well, we're waiting right now and not doing much. Maybe I'll spend my time wisely selling these extra positions. Seems like every once in a while too, like they're encouraged to sell extra positions if they can. So this is what I mean. Like if I were you guys and I was in Onpassive, I just do it quietly. Don't announce it on Facebook anymore. And for those of you that are jumping on people for announcing this, remember, they might not be selling their only ID, their only position. So maybe don't come in calling them names and accusing them of stuff. But I mean, William is right. Pretty much if you're selling an OFounder position, you are scamming because Onpassive is a scam. Rules for thee, not me. That's right. Hope says I'll buy one for $1 or 10 O coin, which they would read as $10. I'll waste $5 on a position, Joe says. So Chris got himself quite the background for his Facebook. Of course, this is it. And it says, I've learned that people will forget what you said. People will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. And then he has Maya Angelou on there. And as you can see, it says Onpassive Chris Johnson, USA. And see, Chris, good old Chris Johnson, Mr. Stop Going There. If I can get there.
Stop going there.
He's been kind of pissing me off on his Facebook. Because he's been posting a lot of Christian stuff. A lot of it. Like, I'm talking like 5 to 20 posts of just pure faith manipulation all over his damn page every single day. And as you can see, there's this post that says, you told God that you needed a sign, and he made sure this came across your screen. And that angers me because some people might take that and then, read it as, oh, Onpassive came across my screen because it's a sign from God. And I just don't like the faith manipulation, as you guys know. And I just think that if you're going to be in an MLM, you're pushing a business, you should maybe have a separate page for your business that you don't post this stuff and keep this stuff to your personal Facebook. There's nothing wrong with you having a religion. It's just kind of like politics, like leave it out of the business. Leave it out because you don't want to be attached to that. And you shouldn't be. And there should be no faith manipulation in Onpassive, but there is a lot. It's just Chris is really, really hunkering down. He does his Chris Johnson page as a business page for Onpassive. So that's why I'm saying this. Chris, you got to start separating this shit. It doesn't look good. And you look like you're using your Christian faith to manipulate people into Onpassive. If you want to post this kind of stuff all over your personal Facebook, I won't have a problem with it, even if you're in Onpassive and you're doing that. I can't really complain what you put on your personal thing. But on your business page, I don't want to see any more of this, okay? I really don't. And you're going mad. It's craziness. There's so many of them. So many. I thought he was global. Marty put me into that, maybe. Also, speaking of, that there was Minu commenting under it. And I just want to show you Minu's comment because this is kind of what I mean. If someone in Onpassive comes across this and they see the post you did, and then they see Minu commenting underneath it, thank God for angels around and the nice encounter with people with good energy that help uplift our mood, you can see how some people would be like, oh, I got to join Onpassive because, I need angels around me so that I can get closer to God or whatever. It's just not a good look. Not a good look. And Minu's anything but an angel. Technically, Onpassive is a pyramid scheme once more. There are no products. That's right. With Elon in the White House, that stuff is going to be worth cajillions. Manu is starting her own YouTube channel. She probably is. Speaking of Manu, we're going to keep going. Manu posted this as well. Hashtag success is earned. Hashtag believe in yourself. Hashtag perseverance pays off. She's been doing a lot of these posts all over the Facebook. And she says, success is not handed to us. It is earned by those who believe in themselves and fight to achieve their goals. Belief fuels the drive to succeed, making success a privilege for those who persevere. You mean like being in a company for 7 years that promises you money and then you never make 1 cent, but you just keep going? Remember, diamonds, again, obsessed with the diamonds grow stronger under pressure. And success blossoms for those who trust in their journey and work relentlessly to achieve it. And then attached to it, she had this picture that says, success is not a random stroke of luck. It's hard to believe her last name is Miller. Why? Because it sounds like a famous person's name, Minu Miller. Minu and ChatGPT, her new buddy. The diamond likes it rough. Under pressure. Manu is full of shit. She's bonkers. She is. She is. So, there was that one. A definite enabler. Then there was this one that she posted up on the 10th. Hashtag Ashmufara. Hashtag symbol of uniqueness. Hashtag trailblazing movement, which that's a new one. I haven't heard people use that for a little while. Not in a few years anyway. And hashtag unprecedented path. And she says, the unicorn has long been a symbol of rarity and enchantment, representing the embodiment of uniqueness and the extraordinary. In a world where sameness often prevails, the unicorn stands as a powerful emblem of the unprecedented, a beacon of innovation, purity, and boundless imagination. Just as the unicorn is unparalleled in its existence, true movements that break the mold are rare and transformative. They inspire belief, spark curiosity, and challenge what was once thought impossible. Embracing the spirit of the unicorn means embracing a path that is distinctive, trailblazing, and set apart by its authenticity and vision. It calls us to lead with courage and a belief in the unimaginable, reminding us that true uniqueness is not just seen, but felt in the profound impact it leaves behind. Beautiful words. And then she posts up this unicorn, and it says, a beacon of innovation, purity, and boundless imagination. And as you can see, got the unicorn there. Apparently it will be huge compared to the mountains. Halb says, I feel a little bad for her because I'm pretty sure she's one of the Iranian refugees that came to the U.S. when the Islamists took over Iran. Maybe. Also used as a measure of whether someone is insane or not. If you can see one, you are insane. The unicorn is the national animal of Scotland, where I live. But no one has heard of Onpassive here. Right? You would think that they would have, considering Onpassive is now claiming the unicorn as their, I guess we could call it mascot. Their good old mascot. The last unicorn is so trippy and insane. Is it? I like unicorns, medium rare, Joe says. It's Onpassive. The Simpsons. It's the Simpsons version, guys. Look. Onpassive 2025. And then it says $329,149. I'm assuming that that's what they owe. That's what they still owe. All of the employees that work there. So they've obviously made the front page. But what's funny about this is allegedly Onpassive is the newspaper. So now Onpassive is a newspaper. I particularly like that Trump is in the background. That made me laugh a little bit. I like it. And that is all today for our amazing Onpassive meme review. Woo! Yeah, Onpassive meme review. So, what I want to do next is I would like to go through some Bill Must productions. Some good old Bill Must. So let's get right into that. Before I do that, though, I just want to say that I did this amazing video here. 8.8 billion. Breaking down Marty's manipulative MLM math. So if you have not watched it, please make sure that you go and check it out, because it is very important that you do. Very important that you do. All right, so now we're going to get into 98 plus 2 equals massive success. It's a John White and Bill Must production. And it's fast from what I remember.
98 plus 2 equals massive success. What does that mean? It means everything when it comes to Onpassive. Why? Because Onpassive, designed by Mr. Ash Mufareh and engineered by his multi-talented technology personnel, have taken Done For You to the ultimate level. No longer will a founder or an affiliate...
I mean, they're not lying. Has he taken Done For You to an ultimate level where nothing is actually done at all? Never mind Done For You. It's just not done at all. I guess you could argue that.
...in Onpassive ever have to market their business, recruit anyone, chase people down to sell them an Onpassive product. Onpassive's Mr. Ash Mufareh and his staff have done 98% of the work for you. Well, that doesn't equal 100%. What happened?
98% doesn't equal 100%. No, this is not on fast speed at all. This is how they uploaded it at normal speed. I warned you, it's fucking fast. All right, it's fast. But you'll notice they keep pointing out this like 98% and then 2% thing. Ash has done 98% of the work, so we do 2% of the work. And it's like, that doesn't mean anything here. It doesn't mean anything. Like, what does that even mean?
To the 2%. That 2% is for founders and affiliates to do. Why? Because it's their business and they need to be accountable for their own business.
So we don't have to do any marketing, any sales, or anything according to what they just said. But then we do have to do 2% of the work because we need to be accountable for our business. Do I got that right?
Mr. Mufareh is taking all the risks. He has invested the funds to make this business profitable for all founders and affiliates to be able to make a successful business for every one of us.
No, he didn't. He actually pocketed $108 million. He owes out way more than what he's paid. You know? 98% of founders are in the top 2% of Onpassive, apparently, right? You just show up to webinars, and that's the 2%, apparently.
We have to do something to make each one of the founders and affiliates to be successful.
Do we?
If someone set you up in a store and provided everything you needed, including stocking all the merchandise for and provide the traffic to your business, how are they going to get into your store? In order for them to get inside your store, you have to open the door that is locked so no one steals what you have.
Okay, wait, didn't you say that I didn't have to sell or market anything? So what does this mean?
You're the only one who has the keys to unlock the door. That is part of the 2%, meaning you have to log into your accounts like you open your store with your key.
So now 2% is just logging into my accounts, plural?
You think about owning a store and not having to pay rent for your store? All you have to do is pay for your products that you sold to people who were brought into your store by the people who own the building.
That sounds crazy. Did you hear that? All you have to do is pay for your products that you sold to people who were brought into your store by the people who owned the building. Like, that sounds insane. Just as a sentence, it sounds crazy. Like, oh, that's all? Yeah, you have to open the door that's locked. I think only Ash has the key at the moment. Sam says, who the fuck would want to steal their products? Yeah, you log into your store to find nothing. You log in and nothing's there. There's not even a list of the products that are coming anymore. Everything's gone.
And if you told just people you know in your neighborhood that you own the store and to come when you need supplies, that sharing makes up to 2%. That is what
Is that sharing not considered marketing?
Mr. Ash Mufara is telling founders to do to maximize their success in OnPassive. Mr. Mufara will tell all of us what each founder and affiliate needs to be done. Only 2%, not 98%.
Only 2%, not 98%. I love how they yelled that at us. And then it just says winner. Just winner. Yeah, I don't need to subscribe. Thank you, Bill Must and John White, for that amazing production. The next one that we're going to take a look at is called Mr. Ash Mufara is an Ethical Visionary. If they left a vault open with O-Connect inside, I'm pretty sure the thieves would only steal the vault. And they'd be like, what am I supposed to do with this? I don't know 10,000 people to do calls with. So this is also John White and Bill. Bill Must Productions.
What are ethical rules in technology? Considerations associated with the development and use of modern technology, focusing on themes such as responsibility, risk, justice, equity, and autonomy.
Interesting start. Thank you, Mark, for the $4.99. Unicorns are us.
What are the 5 ethical issues? Unethical accounting, harassment, health and safety, technology, privacy, social media, and discrimination are the 5 primary types of ethical issues in the technology field.
Wait, the 5 types of ethical issues? I don't, okay.
Ethical issues such as how we treat others, use information, engage with employees, manage resources, approach sustainability, and impact the world around us. What are the benefits of ethical technology? Global collaboration. Ethical technology promotes global collaboration in addressing challenges. By adhering to
But what are the challenges? I thought that's what we were talking about.
ethical standards, developers can work together across borders to create solutions that benefit humanity as a whole.
Okay, but what ethical standards are you talking about? Because right now, you're considered an unethical business. You are being sued for not even registering properly as a business and for committing fraud. The technology is not ethical. All right, like I don't find it to be safe. So I'm having a hard time, like, what ethical? What are we talking about? That's funny because when they were rolling it out and collecting money, it was all done for you. Now you've got to do 2%. That's a change for the worse, right? Ash failed every ethical issue. Like, he is the last person that you could call ethical, really.
What is an example of an ethical issue related to technology?
Okay.
Facial recognition software can be misused, resulting in the restriction of personal freedoms, especially.
Could you maybe worry about creating the products and getting them into the ecosystem before we're talking about, we don't even have facial recognition for the OES. So like, this is not even an issue right now for Onpassive. Like, I think we're thinking way too far ahead.
When it comes to racial bias. There are also concerns over AI replacing jobs and how to keep health tracking data safe. What are the 2 advantages of being ethical? The advantages of ethical behavior include higher revenues, demand from positive consumer support.
You would think that if you understood that you would be trying harder to be ethical, but okay.
Improved brand and business awareness and recognition. Better employee motivation and recruitment. What is an example of digital ethics? This places a number of obligations on organizations that collect and use digital data about people, including asking for permission to collect and store data about users.
Excuse me, your website collects cookies and you don't even give us a warning, which is illegal. By law, if your website collects cookies or uses any types of cookies, you're supposed to let people know. You're supposed to also give them the option to opt out of it. That's why whenever you go onto a website that does that, a little pop-up comes up and it says, we collect cookies. Are you good for all the cookies? Are you opting out? Only partial? Well, what are you okay with? But Onpassive doesn't even do that. So again, maybe you should work on doing these things before you're making videos talking about them.
Asking for permission to sell any personal data that has been stored.
Asking for permission to sell any personal data that's been stored. Why would you need to ask for permission to do that when you claim that you were never going to sell or collect people's personal data?
Giving users the right to request that data about them is deleted. Mr. Ash Mufara made a promise that Onpassive will never sell the data of its users.
There it is.
He has stuck by his promise. When those culprits tried to steal Onpassive's data, Mr. Ash Mufara's brilliant technology team recaptured every single piece of data.
Yeah, and here's the thing was part of that data all of the OFounders information? Because, you still, Ash, haven't come out here and told us what happened with all that. And quite frankly, if part of that data was all of the OFounders' personal information that they used to sign up, including their phone numbers and personal addresses where they reside, you should be letting them know that. You should be letting them know that their user data has been compromised. And you're not doing that. So what the fuck is that about, man?
How do we know? Everything that we had is still ours in the OES safe house.
You don't know that. And no, it isn't. When the OES came back up, there's stuff missing. There is. I'll show you.
All of our users that were founders are still in our back office.
Are they?
Wallets and all still like it was when those unmentionables tried to sell the data. Selling data is a multi-billion-dollar business yearly, and nearly all these companies, huge and small, sell your data.
So hold on. Hold up, Bill Must and John White. What the fuck are you talking about? Seriously, what the fuck are you talking about? Ash never came out here and said that people were trying to steal and sell data. No, he just said that people had their data, that they didn't back up the data, and that he had to redo it. And then he suggested that there were people that were trying to take down Onpassive. But he never actually said, hey, these awful people were trying to sell all of your guys' data. That's what I'm saying now. I have a problem with the fact that he's never said that, if that's the issue here. So I have to ask you, Bill Must, John White, where the fuck did you get this in? Like, are you just making it up? Right? It's like, I wanted to do a whole video about how Ash is going to be ethical with people's data. So I'm just going to throw in that these people were also trying to sell everyone's data. That doesn't make you look good. That means that right now there's allegedly 1.4 million OFounders, according to you, who have all had their data put out on the black market, and you're not warning them. Unless they watch this video, apparently. So it either didn't happen and you're making it up in this video, or it did happen and none of you are protecting your OFounders and their privacy and their security properly by not letting them know. Either way, not a win for you, by the way. So I guess pick which fuck up you want it to be.
How profitable is selling data? Data brokers make billions of dollars annually by collecting vast amounts of personal data and selling it to businesses for marketing and other.
Right. Violet says, did you notice they said they recaptured the data? They did not say they retrieved the data. Isn't that weird? It is a little weird. Makes you wonder. Makes you wonder. That's a lot of work to steal their data. They give out all of this info for free in their webinars. right? You don't even have to. Bill Must and most of the founders live in their own world where they make up their own facts and reality. I call it pulled out of my ass land, right? It's like, where are you even getting this from?
The purposes, often without consumer knowledge. So why are these other companies upset with Onpassive?
Yeah, why?
Because Onpassive has digital products and solutions in its inventory of AI-driven above market value products and solutions that are soon to hit the internet.
Where? Where's this inventory of all of this? Does only Ash have access to it?
Onpassive doesn't need a web browser. Like some companies who have limited products, Onpassive will sell digital products and solutions, not your data.
Onpassive is an app that doesn't need a browser? Is that what you just said as a fucking flex? Like, apps have been around for a long time. Are you kidding?
Mufara, if he were not ethical, could have captured the data and sold the data to other companies and told us that he wasn't able to recapture the data and vanished super wealthy, but that is not like him and his family are.
You still don't have proof he hasn't done that. For all we know, that's exactly what he's doing right now. Literally.
They are ethical and loving. Founders, we are very fortunate to have become a significant part of Mr. Ashmafare and his family.
Now, he's very, very, very lucky to have all of you so that he could have pocketed that $108 million, which he didn't put a cent of that back into his business.
Humanity has found its warrior and champion, Mr. Ashmafare.
I haven't decided that he's my warrior or champion, and most people haven't heard of him, so calm down. Calm down.
What are the unethical uses of technology? In today's information...
Oh my God, what are the unethical uses? They just list off everything they've been doing for the last 7 years. Like, we don't know that Ash isn't selling all these people's data. Because if he pocketed the $108 million that the SEC traced, okay, and he didn't pay AWS, didn't pay his employees, and pocketed all of their OConnect commissions, we don't know that he isn't selling data to pay for this stuff, because he would have had to have paid for some stuff. How did he pay for the marketing? For all we know, it was by selling all of your guys' data. Because $108 million that he pocketed, none of that went back into the marketing. So where did all that money come from? You don't know that. You're just hoping that he did it. Data cannot be recaptured. Once there's a copy that exists completely independent of the original. They act like somebody stole it, and then they were like, hey, can we please have it back? And then the person was like, yeah, here you go. There's nothing you can do to get it back unless you can get all of the physical media drives, possibly plural, where the copies are, right? We know you do, Antonio. We know. But you saying that numerous times in my live stream really just gets me engagement over here, talking about the truth about the company that you want to stay delusional about. So you should really save your proclamations of love for when people in Onpassive go live, Because some criminal mastermind was dying to steal the data of poor people in PNG, South Africa, Bangladesh, right? And like Marty DeGarmo in the USA, they were like, I really want to steal his stuff. I wonder what he does when he leaves that chair.
Information age, the world is progressing as a whole towards a large-scale adoption of information technology, henceforth IT.
You're way behind. All right, it's been doing that for 40 years. And you're just now I'm going to get into the game. And I'm going to take it over. It's like, hey, but there's been companies that have been working on this for decades. Decades. Onpassive user data is massively valuable. I can still log in as Mickey Mouse. Yeah, they definitely want Mickey Mouse's data.
Concern that has arisen is the unethical usage of such technology. Problems such as software piracy, hacking, spoofing, and plagiarism are all instances of such unethical usage.
These are things that people talk about are problems with technology when they actually don't have any knowledge on the industry. So they're like, oh, hacking's a big problem when you're on computers, right?
Should there be an ethics of technology? As the power of technology grows, ethics within that technology has to grow with it to help ensure individuals and businesses that rely on IT are protected.
Yeah, and do you know what? There's laws and regulations for that. That's something that Ash Mufareh cannot control. He has to abide by the laws and regulations of the industry. He has no control over it. He can't just all of a sudden step out into the game and change it all. That's not how the world works. And I know that you're all like, oh, well, Ash says he's going to change it. You can't just show up and be like, hi, I'm brand new to this industry, but you're all going to do stuff my way. Like, it's like he thinks he's going to come out here and then like Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg and everyone else is just going to be like, you know what? Yeah, we got to listen to this guy. We got to start doing things how this guy does everything. All right. He hasn't made 1 cent on the internet. All right. He's broke as fuck. He's being sued. All right. But look at all the followers he has and this technology he's dreaming up. We definitely got to be more like this guy. Let's listen to him and do everything the way he wants. Like, what world are you in that happens? Have you never had like a career job with a boss and like dealt with being new, but maybe you do have some knowledge and the boss is like, listen, I've been here longer than you. Like, that's just the way the world works. You don't get to show up brand new in a field and then have everyone bow to you. Thank God. Thank God. So this idea that Ash is just going to come out here and take over everything is ridiculous, you know? Age, 65, income, social security, hobbies, sofa chair, F your data, keep it. Can't do anything with this. It's remarkable how Facebook has been able to handle all the additional users whilst ONET is down. I know, which is crazy. Crazy. Meta's losing it. They're like, we don't know what to do. It's like, come on, guys. Like, really think about it.
Data management and privacy are one of the biggest challenges faced by those in the IT field.
Yeah, and you didn't even have a firewall on your website, so...
What are the ethics of IT workers? For example, among other elements that describe ethical behavior in the profession, in general, these codes assert that IT professionals need to commit to integrity, competence, professional responsibilities, work responsibilities, societal responsibilities. What is violation of the code of conduct?
Right now, you just like zip through those. Does that include Ash Mufareh having to abide by these things? Because apparently he doesn't think he has to. So you might want to let him know.
Is the company's code of conduct? Is any action that goes against a company's...
What code of conduct? You don't have a code of conduct. Even in your affiliate agreement, there's no code of conduct. The closest thing you have to it is the NDA, and that's not a code of conduct. So you're asking this. You don't have policies and procedures either. You don't have guidelines. You don't have a compliance team. You got people out here making illegal income claims all week long. Marty DeGarmo's doing charts and breaking the law 1,700 times a day right now. Like, what are you talking about? Code of conduct. Lord.
Established policies and guidelines, either intentionally or unintentionally. What is digital technology ethics? Digital ethics, also known as information ethics, is defined as a branch of ethics that focuses on the relationship between the creation, organization, dissemination, and use of information, and the ethical standards and moral codes governing human conduct in society.
Yeah, and one of those things is that it shouldn't take you 7 years to start paying commissions to the distributors in your company that you've promised money to. And you should also probably not steal their O-Connect commissions and pocket it. But, you know, code of conduct, you say. And that's the end of that one. Thank God. Couldn't deal with much more of that. but it just gets better. Because one of the latest ones that they posted, yay! It's called What is Being Transparent in Business? Do they wash their hands before returning to work? Good question. They have the hypocrite's oath. So let's take a look at what is being transparent in business.
Transparency is the quality of being easily seen through. While transparency in a business or governance context.
Did you actually just say transparency is the quality of being easily seen through? Oh my Lord. Well, I guess you're using the dictionary.
Refers to being open and honest. As part of corporate governance best practices, this requires disclosure of all relevant information so that others can make informed decisions. What does it mean when someone says to be transparent? Open and honest without secrets. We are committed to being totally transparent about our charges.
So did Ash let you guys know that he no longer has the Burj Khalifa office in Dubai? Did he let you guys know that he no longer has the Singapore office? Did he let you guys know that he's no longer at the Hyderabad office in India that you're used to seeing? And that those have all been shut down? Did he let you know that Mohammed Kamal says that he wants nothing to do with him or Onpassive? Did he actually tell you what happened with the data of the products? Because that would be honesty, transparency, and all the above. But no, you don't know anything. Is he updating you on the fact that the SEC case was not dismissed like he claimed it would be? And that they're actually still in discovery? And that they're set for trial in April of 2026? Because if he was honest and transparent, he would be honest and transparent even about his faults. Just saying.
Thesaurus, synonyms, antonyms, and examples. Telling the truth and able to be trusted. What does it mean when someone lacks transparency? Lack of transparency refers to situations where there is limited or inadequate disclosure or openness regarding information related to decision-making processes or actions taken by individuals or institutions. What does transparency mean in ethics? An ethical culture ensures that decisions and actions are based on honesty, fairness, integrity, and respect for all stakeholders. Transparency, on the other hand, involves openness and the willingness to share information, both positive and negative, with all relevant parties. Is transparency a good thing? Full transparency has its advantages. People work better when they share thoughts and ideas and can collaborate more effectively. Is being transparent being honest? In short, transparency is about being open and accountable.
Accountable, you say?
The truth. And often
name one time where Ash has been accountable for his actions. Because I've only ever seen him blame it on everyone else.
Authenticity is about being true to oneself. While they overlap in some ways, each concept emphasizes a different aspect of openness and the truth.
And we are starting the purge in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
What are the 3 types of transparency? We can classify transparency into 3 degrees. 1, opaqueness. 2, translucency, and 3, clarity. Opaqueness is when a work group does not disclose any information to its stakeholders, and hence a opaque work group is not a transparent work group.
What's with your hate against companies that have fucking stockholders, man?
Translucency is when a work group discloses its information partially. Onpassive is in the translucent phase leading into the next phase in Onpassive.
Yeah, okay.
Mr. Ash Mufari. Our CEO has been very transparent about what Onpassive has been doing.
No.
And now he is taking Onpassive in a direction that is causing some to be nervous about Onpassive.
Who? Who's nervous? Like you guys are? Because nobody else is. Not one person.
No reason to doubt Mr. Mufari and his technology team about what is happening behind the scenes in Onpassive. There are only so much that can be transparent. The reason is that we are in industries that have the digital products that are superior to what is on the market presently. Not only that, but there is fierce competition in those industries. So those companies don't look at Onpassive as a friend. They recognize Onpassive as a threat to their businesses.
They have no clue that Onpassive exists. Not one clue. Never heard of it before.
Why? Because having superior products and prices below what these other companies are selling their products will cause some to lose revenue. Onpassive has secrets and technology that would be exposed to those competing companies. So being completely transparent does not equate to being smart. Mr. Mufara will not let anyone know what is going on behind the scenes in Onpassive.
No big secrets, guys. You know, if he let us know what was going on in Onpassive, Microsoft and Apple might hook up together to take him out.
Passive is very close to letting the world, including the founders, know what they have been working on. Mr. Mufara has taken on a journey that we knew his next move because of being totally transparent.
Okay.
The founders knew because it was publicly shared with them.
His next move was supposed to be after we were able to update our profiles, products were supposed to be arriving in the OES. That was supposed to happen by the end of September, end of October. Now we're into mid-November and it still hasn't happened. So what is the next step? And how come Ash hasn't been out here to talk to us since October 3rd to tell us anything that's going on when we're told to only listen to him? And why does Marty keep making illegal income claims, damn it?
Passive had webinars that only founders were supposed to hear. But some dishonest founders were live streaming the information to everyone, including those who hate Onpassive and those companies in the same industries.
You share the link in the back office. Nobody is streaming it when they shouldn't. You guys streamed it. And then you have the audacity now to turn around and claim other people are doing it when you didn't want them to. Very seldom would you say nobody's allowed to stream this. But okay. And like, what did we hear in the webinars that we weren't supposed to hear? Are you talking about the Muhammad Kamal leaked webinar that I have? And your leaked webinar where you find out that you're missing all the data, Ash? Like, what are you talking about? Like, it makes no sense that you're like, these webinars have been publicly fucking us over. You didn't tell us any proprietary information on them. Not once.
So now don't expect complete disclosure or transparency now. Just like the
What
giant...
was that? So now don't expect complete disclosure or transparency. Is Bill Must Ash Mufara and he's scolding us right now? Lord. If Ash dies in a car accident, they're all fucked, right? If something happens to him, it's done. It's 2024 and they don't even have a site with updatable profiles. You can literally have an off-the-shelf system that allows for profile updates up and running in an hour or less, right? That was a big job for them.
Technology companies that dominate the internet and the public didn't know what was going on behind the scenes of those giants. Onpassive is doing the exact thing now.
Not really. You're not. Because you're doing all your webinars still. Well, you think Ash disappears for a couple months, but nothing's happened. Like, it doesn't look good when nothing's happening. See, you don't understand. These other companies, they moved silently behind the scenes. So things were happening. Like products were coming out and updates were being made and issues were being fixed. So they didn't have to come out here and say anything. All right. You're just hiding behind the scenes and then nothing's happening. So it's a little bit different. All right.
Happy that we are in the next technology giant Onpassive.
Yay. Coming soon? Oh my God, if I have to see that one more time. It's been coming soon for 7 years. What do you mean? I think we have a very different definition of soon. A very different definition of soon. So this is the back office. Again, this is what it looks like. You'll see they have their dashboard here. There's no more products, so you cannot click on the products to see the products. Okay? You scroll down, And they have like upcoming products, and they have like the O Connect thing here, but you can't click on any of it to find like new information. You could kind of just click through here and see like O Bless, O Connect, O Booking, whatever that is, O Create, O Domain. But that's it. You could just like click through. That's the closest thing you get to upcoming products. All right. They haven't given us an update. This is where all their updates are posted. Click on read more. Their last update was given on November 2nd. My wedding anniversary. So it's been a while since we've heard from them. And again, under the dashboard here, all of the products were taken away. So it looks like we've lost things in the back office, you know, from an OFounders perspective, if they're just going by what they see back here. To them, the products exist even less now than they did a few weeks ago when they were at least listed under the dashboard. So maybe you should let people know a little bit about what's going on, like behind the scenes. You know what I mean? Like if things were happening for all of us out here and we could see that there's progress being made with this company, right? That would be one thing. Then it would be like, okay, you don't really have to come out here and tell us what's going on behind the scenes. We can see the progress being made. Like, you don't have to literally come out here and be like, okay, so I'm making the O Connect platform right now. Like, you don't have to tell us that if it just all of a sudden it releases. You know what I mean? But if nothing is happening, no updates are being given, and it looks like things are disappearing, maybe you should come out and say something and let us know what is going on. Otherwise, it looks like this unicorn's decaying. All right, there's less than there was. You know? I've been having fun with my new friend Sala. Of course you have. And always, Bill Musk likes to do his songs. So everybody get up and dance.
The days are coming near when all will be so clear. A world without the fear. Onpassive time is here. Smiles in the morning light. Heart so free, take flight. Tech that's out of sight. Everything feels just right.
dancing diaper robots. Everybody likes the dancing diaper robots. They're lots of fun. And Bill Must has so many of them, we could have one almost every Friday, and it would work out. It's time for us to talk about Tanya again. Yes, Tanya's been busy, as always. Life is now redeeming, sure, whatever. Yes, it's time for Tanya. You guys like the intro? So let's get right into Tanya's post, her most recent post. Daniel made a post saying, I lost more than 1 million Nara to other businesses after I joined Onpassive. But Onpassive is the only company that is working day and night to give me financial freedom. I have every reason to be grateful to the Onpassive family and my CEO. What about you? Lots of people seem to like it. You know? Tyrannosaurus Tanya. 54 likes and there's 9 comments. So Rajesh here says, congratulations. I'm not really sure what he's congratulating. This person started this off by saying that they lost some money in businesses. I don't know if that's what he's congratulating, or if he's congratulating that this person now can be grateful to be an Onpassive. Either one does not deserve a congratulations. It's all bad news, but what do I know? But then, of course, Tanya comes on here, has to make herself known. And as you can see, she's not only known as an admin now, she's also known as a group expert. So that's lots of fun. And she comes on here and she says, folks, I remind you that you are here in an Onpassive group. We don't want to read here about your other businesses. And I let this post in as an example of what a waste of time and money are other shiny objects. If you try to share here any other job, you will be removed from this group immediately, period. And I'm kind of like, okay, Onpassive was supposed to be for people to promote their businesses. But once again, it's just all about Onpassive now in the Onpassive groups. So, period. Only post about Onpassive, I guess. Then this was a post by Phil that says, every negative comment or complaint, I will block you. No questions asked. If you want to complain or be critical, then please delete your account and move on. I stand with Ash. Again, this whole I stand with Ash fucking is crazy. 1 million Naira is about $600 US. So like 60K Canadian, I guess. Shut up, Alps. It's like 900 Canadian probably. But yeah, so they're doing a lot of I stand with Ash. Way to go, Phil. That's right. He's putting his foot down. All right. But as you can see, these groups are all turning very much into an echo chamber. Now people are not allowed to ask questions. They're not allowed to comment negatively, which in a place like Onpassive, where they use a lot of toxic positivity, a negative comment can be seen as someone just asking, hey, is this launching soon? Or has anyone heard something about the products? To them, they consider that to be negative, right? The word negative, it's subjective. It depends on how each person, each individual takes it, unfortunately, especially in something like this. So none of this is good. But this person stands with Ash. So Randy here says, afraid I will have to block you for this negative comment. And, a little bit of sarcasm, I'm sure. They're an all-star contributor. So, they probably just being a little sarcastic. But then Tanya comes on and says, Randy Ireland, can I put a laughing emoji on your comment, please? And someone put a laughing emoji on her comment, which I found quite fun. You know, they don't like these laughing emojis. So I thought it was kind of funny that she asked permission. Haven't ever seen Tanya ask permission for anything before, so that was kind of crazy. You can't figure Randy out? Alp says, it's not like Marty and others don't talk about being in 50 MLMs that all failed before they found Onpassive, right? Like every single day, over and over again, right? My hard questions are ignored and blocked, Joe says. I know. They don't like them. So yeah, Tanya asked for permission here, which I found kind of funny, but also like, why couldn't you just put the laughing emoji? You know, it wasn't Randy that said don't do laughing emojis on my post. So I don't know what you're doing, but okay, Tanya. But then she says, Phil is right. We don't need to continue to be abused. It's abuse? That's a little bit much, but okay, abuse. Abused by negativity of other people. We have a choice. I am glad to see that the admins of some other Onpassive groups adopted this approach. No negativity about Onpassive in our groups. Again, we have a choice. If we don't like it or believe in it, just go and find something else. And I'm like, well, Phil, you know, that sounds pretty negative, dude. You might want to block and delete that comment. No questions asked. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. So it's a little concerning, though, that Tanya considers it abusive. So being a little dramatic, Tanya. Calm down. Calm down. And then in something funny that happened just a few days ago here, is there was, of course, this lovely webinar, as you can see, that Chris and Marty were doing. As you guys know, Chris Johnson and Marty DeGarbo, they go live every single day about Onpassive, sometimes more than once a day. And most of the time, they're going live on their channels together, and then they're also going on another channel and doing a webinar where they go live. So they're just live quite often. And as you can see, Tanya has posted this up, and she has highlighted this comment from a Mr. Ash Mufara that says the possibilities are endless. And she says, yes, he is there with us, working for us, heart. And I'm a little concerned for a few reasons. Number one, why is he in capital letters, all of it? Like, first of all, just the H being capitalized. Like, that's what religious people do whenever they're talking about God. They'll capitalize the G, and then if they say he and they're referring to their God, they capitalize the H. And I don't really have an issue with religious people doing it, but it kind of freaks me out when you start doing it for people like just normal dudes. Like a con artist that's running the Onpassive scam. You know, I'm going to get a little bit worried. So I was a little worried. The other thing is it's almost like they're so desperate for Ash's attention that they don't even double check to see if that's actually Ash. So this is the comment, and this is the account that she has highlighted. Yes, I'm working for them 24/7, 365. So this is the comment, as you can see, and you can see the display picture there. She has a red arrow pointing to it. She did that to post it up. So there's this. Jelly says, this is so ridiculous. I hate it. Are you physically pinching your nose shut when you do her voice? Are you able to get that nasally just on your own? You'll never know, Alps. You'll never know. You'll never know. So this is who she's highlighting, this person, Mr. Ash Mufara. Remember how the name is. Because Joe decided to go and get Ash Mufara's actual account. And as you can see, he posted it. This is Ash Mufara's actual YouTube account here. As you can see, it's Mr. with no period. And then Ash Mufara. He has 3,000 subscribers. And this is his actual account. It's the one that he was using when I don't know why he doesn't use it anymore. And there is only 6 videos on it. But this is his actual account. It's linked to his other socials, which are actually his. Like, we've been knowing that this is his actual account. And then again, this is the comment that Tanya is talking about. As you can see, it is actually not from Ash Mufara. So there's that. I tried commenting with my fake Ash profile, but Chris said that's not Ash right away. Maybe Chris is too smart for it, but allegedly Tanya isn't. So there's that. So it got Tanya. But again, like I said, it's almost like they just believe that Ash is watching them at all times. It's almost like they believe him to be this omnipresent being that's always watching, and he's always there no matter what. And it's just, it's worrisome. It's a little bit worrisome. You know, she wants to believe it's him so bad. So she posted this up in the group on Facebook, and everyone was like, oh, wow, Ash, oh, wow, you know. And it's just kind of sad. So don't do that, Tanya. That's not him. I'm sorry to burst your bubble. But maybe you should also check before you go making a fool of yourself, posting it all over the place saying it is. So there's that. And that is it for this week's lovely episode of Tanya's Post. Woo! So, next, we're going to go and we're going to hear from our dear buddy, Redfern, because he posted up this video called Onpassive Live with Red. Look out for more updates. And I'm interested to hear, like, what updates are we supposed to be looking out for in the coming weeks, according to Red? Hi, Red. Hello? Oh, not this again. Uh-huh. Red, you really don't have to wait.
Hey, hello everybody. How are you? Good to be here once again. As always, love being here with my Onpassive family. Today is the 12th of November, Tuesday. Hope everyone's having a great day wherever you are. And obviously, looking forward to another week in Onpassive. For today's updates, as far as new updates from Onpassive is concerned, haven't seen anything, haven't heard anything. But I thought it would be right to go over what Marty and Chris said from Ash Mufara yesterday.
Okay.
I did actually ring Chris yesterday afternoon just to clarify exactly what was said, to make sure that we're all on the same page. And that really is the whole reason to bring this update
Okay.
moving forward as well. So let's get into the updates that came through Marty and Chris via Ash. Point out that Marty and Chris actually asked Ash Mufara about the profile area. Why? Because obviously from the pop-up in our ecosystem, it does say on there that we will be able to edit and change information within that area.
It's really weird because I've been able to do it for like days now. I've been able to update my profile for ages, so I don't understand why so many of them keep saying it's going to happen when it's already happened for me. Like, have you not tried it?
myself included, I still have a blank profile. That profile area to no avail. And so they asked the direct question to Ash, what's going on? And he said, basically, the button to allow us to edit the profile area hasn't been switched over. Why hasn't it been switched over? So that we can do it? Quite simply, because he wants there to be a support network available to us in case there is any problems. At the moment, it really is all hands on deck as far as moving forward to the next phase. Rajiv Chanda Uttar, thank you so much, my friend, for this super sticker and one you sent earlier on as well. Very, very kind of you. He wants to be able to make sure that it is as simple as possible. And if you have read the pop-up in the ecosystem, this is really what it's all about, making life as simple as possible. Now, when that button is flicked on and we can edit our profiles, we will be notified. Okay, so there's no point in...
It's crazy that updating your profile in the ecosystem is like an exciting new thing that you're celebrating being able to do. And like, it has to be all hands on deck to make sure that that can happen. It's ridiculous.
Keep on trying, keep on trying, keep on trying to no avail. Just wait, guys. Either it will be as a pop-up in our ecosystem, or I'm sure if myself, Marty, Chris, and many others know about it, we will update you and let you know that it is now live, and you can go ahead and update your profile areas.
I can't wait.
So you will be allowed to change the whole of your profile area, including the I'm not so sure, but I am pretty sure or gut feeling that there will be some kind of security type of thing that you will have to go through to verify the reasons why you're doing it, but also to verify who you are. Why? Because at the end of the day, your founder's position is going to be worth an awful lot of money moving forward when the Apple...
Okay, wait, the KYC. That hasn't come up in a while. And that's another thing that they claim that they have to do before like this can pop off and launch to the public and they start selling their products and all that, right? So again, that's just another step. They need to get a merchant. According to him just now, Ash wants to make sure they have a support team for the technicians in place so that when things are up and running, if people have problems, they have a support team to go to, right? We have the KYC. Like, there's just so many steps. And then also having products added. Like, oh, and don't forget updating the profile. All these steps that have to happen before they're able to even sell one product. Like, it's obviously not going to be happening in 2024, right?
Will start falling. So I'm pretty sure this CEO wants a support network to be there during this transition and be able to facilitate the needs of what people want. He also did say to Marty and Chris that he doesn't expect it to be for a long period of time. He reckons he can get it done and dusted in about a week. Okay, it's not going to be a huge, big deal. Okay, so he is looking at this as a very short period of time.
So within the next week. But once again, I don't ever remember Marty and Chris saying it would be a week. So you're just like making this up. And we don't know if Ash Mufareh told Marty and Chris this. They just kind of randomly were like, hey, we talked to Ash yesterday and these are the things he wanted us to tell you. But then at the same time, we're told, well, don't listen to anything unless it came from him. So does that mean that don't listen to anything unless it comes directly from him and you hear him say it, unless Marty and Chris claim that they have a message to deliver to you from him? Like, I'm confused on that. Jelly says, the fact that Marty and Chris are the point people for this global AI IT phenomenon is so embarrassing. I can't take it, right? Like, those are the people that we go to. Yep. And then you see the CEO, and then you're like, oh, okay. It makes more sense now. Is Julie not available to be support? And that's the funny thing, too, is that they've never cared about having the support team any other time. They didn't care when they made the O Connect the last time. So it's funny that we're concentrating on that so much now. Seems like we're only concentrating on it because we need more excuses as to why it hasn't happened yet, you know?
Also, Marty did say that in conversation via text with Ash Mufari, he's extremely upbeat about what is happening at the moment. And if you listen to Marty today, he reiterated once again, why is our CEO upbeat at the moment? He is pretty busy, but he's also extremely excited about what is happening because he is at last moving forward in a direction that he wants Onpassive to be going in. He's been fighting a lot of fires over the last year or so from all different corners of the world. And he really is now in a position where he is moving
that was the important part. We were just really worried about Ash's mood, you know?
Forward in the direction that he wants it to go in. So he is very excited. He is excited for us about what is going to happen to Onpassive.
Sure he is, Red. Sure he is. Alp says they care about things that are convenient to delay. Remember when they were going to launch as soon as they could get all the Hyderabad people on a call since they deserve to be a part of the launch? Yep. Yeah. Then it wasn't such a big deal anymore. And it's not like that's how any other company works, right? No other company would ever get away with this. Julie will start working after a spa visit to touch up her roots. Why is our CEO upbeat? Because he's got $108 million to spend. Mm-hmm. Our CEO is upbeat because he knows he has several thousand founders who want to throw money at him. Heck, I'd be upbeat too. And see, the funniest thing about all of this is that they're all so excited for this to get going and start. But as soon as it does, and these products go in the back office, they're all going to have to pay for things. So it's all money out of their pocket. So it's weird to watch them be excited that they're going to have to pay money out of their pocket for things. You know, they're like, I can't wait to spend all this money on OConnect. It's so weird. And what was his body language saying, Red? Or do you not get to see him anymore? Mm-hmm. Yeah, and Red hasn't been on as much with Marty and Chris. It's weird. I think the Hyderabad team should be at the launch because they also share the blame. The blame.
He figures out of what is possible with Onpassive, then you should be excited as well. It really is going to be a business that you can get your teeth in, that you can have confidence in, that it is going to deliver what is being promised over the last 6 years. I'm very, very excited about what is going to be coming, and you should be too. Now, we're not talking about months away here, guys. Marty's reiterated this.
Again, Red's like stone cold face. Hardly a smile. Like, he's not smiling in this. You know what I'm saying? It's like pretty normal. Just normal Red. He doesn't seem overly happy. He's not like talking too excitedly. His voice isn't raised. Like, there's no like oomph in it. He's just like, I'm really excited. You should also be really excited. I can't wait for this. I know you can't wait for it too. Let's all be excited. And I'm like, well, you could have fooled me.
This as well. We really are talking a very short period of time. How long that's going to be, I'm not quite sure.
Then shut up!
Got a bit of a gut feeling, okay, that it will be this side.
Red. You've had a gut feeling every time. Every time that we're looking at hopefully launching the next few weeks, which has been so many times over the last 6 years. It's ridiculous. Like, seriously, though. Every time you feel it. You feel it in your gut that good things are about to happen. Your intuition is yelling at you, apparently, that everything's about to start and go amazing. But then it never happens. I'm starting to think that maybe we shouldn't be trusting your gut feeling anymore. Okay? Just hasn't served us well in the past. You know? The ones that are excited are the ones that still believe the customers are going to come flooding in and they're going to make money and Ash will start paying out despite not doing it in over a year, right? We don't even hear about the O-Connect commissions anymore. They're never mentioned. It's like, poof, they disappeared. They don't exist, right? We're not talking months away, more like decades, right? Red, every single gut feeling you've had has just been a fart. I'm starting to think so, Violet, because it's not definitely not that the fucking company's launching any second. Okay, like we've been here so many times. Red has a gut feeling because he doesn't have a main sewage connection. Yeah, I wonder about that actually in the boat.
Of Christmas, and I'm sure that is what our CEO is aiming for. We'll have to wait and see. That's
Christmas.
my opinion. I haven't heard anything.
We're already at the time where they're going to start telling everyone that it's definitely coming at Christmas. It has to be.
To that extent from corporate, but I'm sure, as the poster said for this, we will be getting more updates incoming. Why? Because this is going to be a succession to move.
Your internet sucks.
The next phase. Next one up is being able to edit our profiles and get that done. Once that's done, we then move over to the next thing that we're told to do.
I was able to update my profile like the day after I found out that we were waiting to update our profile. Hi, Angel. Good to see you. Happy Friday. So I've been sitting here for a long ass time.
This will be happening via our ecosystem. And again, I'm going to say this, is there as a holding area. You might be saying, so why are we editing our profiles within the ecosystem? If you think about it, it makes sense. Is going to be taken and moved across to the next phase of.
Wait, if you edit your profile, does it even fucking matter about your profile if you're just going to put a KYC in it down the line? When I just have to like redo all that information then? And then I'm going to have to hand an ID or something to prove who I am? Like, it's stupid already to be all excited that you can update your damn profile, okay? Like, that's a normal thing that you should be able to do. In any software, you should be able to update your damn profile. Like, it's ridiculous to be all like, and now we just got to wait to be able to update our profile. I'm so excited. Things are really happening. Like, that's ridiculous. Just the fact you haven't been able to do that from the start, problem. But, like, it makes it even worse when you think that it doesn't even fucking matter in any way, shape, or form. Because, again, the KYC, you just said, then we'll have a KYC in future. And then I'm just going to have to update stuff to prove who I am. I'm going to have to fill all the information in again. So what the fuck is the point? Like, what are we doing? Why are we editing our profiles in the ecosystem? Because there's nothing else to do? Pretty much. I mean, to really break it down, yeah. It's literally the only thing you can do in there is update your profile. And it's allegedly, it's very exciting. So, like, you might as well go in and do it. But I already updated mine. So now I've been sitting here for days just going, all right, when do the products come? I think it's funny that Red and other people have not been able to update their profile. That tells me something's gone wrong. You know, like, why can I update mine and they can't update theirs? Like, Red even says he can't even see his profile. That's an issue. What's going on with that? A little weird. Obviously, something's gone wrong in this process somewhere. And maybe Ash should listen to you guys, because maybe he doesn't realize that there's a problem and he just thinks that it's happening for all of you. Right? But again, what the fuck is the point? There's going to be a KYC.
Of Onpassive. So they need those details to be correct, to be able to take them and then move them across into the next part.
The next part?
Doing at the moment. Like I said.
What do you mean move our details to the next part? But what would be the point in getting a KYC if you're just going to transfer my details from the profile to the KYC and like let me through? Like in that case, Mark's Mickey Mouse account would get through the KYC. The point of the know your customer, the KYC, is that it's supposed to like ensure that you're a real person who like looks at your ID. Make sure, yeah, this is an actual person that has ID that exists. It's not a fake. So, like, what would be the point in just transferring it over? I don't understand, Red. Red has a warped view of how this is going to go. It's bizarre. And I don't know where he's gotten this information. It's like the KYC hasn't been brought up in ages.
For me, I believe it's a holding area where corporate can give information to us so that we can do the bits and pieces that we are moving forward. I'm sorry if I'm buffering. I apologize, guys, but I haven't got any control over my internet, I'm afraid.
And so how are you going to run a business with Onpassive if you can't even guarantee that your internet is going to work enough for you to do anything? Explain. That's Ash's compliance, KFC. It's finger licking good.
Lots of people saying I'm buffering. Sort itself out. Anyway, guys, the bottom line is, okay, that we will be told when we can edit the profile areas, plus be able to change our...
No, wait, you're waiting to get told when to? So are you not like going and trying it out? Like, what are you doing then? Just reading the same update from the second over and over again? I edited my name in the ecosystem from Donald Duck to Elon Musk. It's my safe space to be whoever I want. How would they know what each country's IDs look like? Good question. Good question. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. And this is what I mean. If Ash is making his own KYC, like, we are real fucking, we're real far from this. You know? My profile pic is Chris in a wig and dress. Go wild, Mark. Have fun with it. That's right. Be whoever you want to be. All right? Be whoever you want to be in Onpassive. Allegedly, they want you to dream big. So, you know, be Elon Musk. And then remember, if you're Elon Musk, you're very, very nervous about Onpassive launching. Lord Red.
Alternative email if we need to. Colonel Daniel Lee, thank you so much for your super sticker.
Colonel Daniel Lee!
We will also then, I'd imagine, get more updates moving forward to where we are. Gina Lever, my message is getting through loud and clear. That's exactly what I want it to be.
Do you see how delusional Gina Leva is? Or Gina Olive, as he called her? She's like, I see everything and hear everything loud and clear. You guys are watching it how it is. All right. All the cutting in and out, it's doing that live. And even buffering for some people. And then Jean's like, everything's working perfectly, Red. You look great. We can hear you just fine. So, like, you know, maybe don't trust her judgment.
Let's just talk a little bit about where we are in Onpassive at the moment.
Okay.
Mike that is around Onpassive the moment, the secrecy, I suppose, of us not knowing what is going on, of us of information, all the rest of it is all being done
This is painful.
by design. This is my opinion. I'm convinced that this is all part of the work that's being done in the back distraction.
See the problem here? Ash makes a mistake. Ash fucks everything up, right? Ash fucks up everything. Things don't happen like it's supposed to. Ash loses all the data, etc., etc. Okay. And then Red goes, all of this is happening by design. He did it on purpose. You see? See the issue? Mr. Cardo says, it's a mystery why Dr. Soha walked away from this.
And to the tech guys, to our CEO, so that they can concentrate on this next phase, do the work that is necessary, make sure that it is going to be exactly what they are promising, so that when they open those doors to us, we really are going to be gobsmacked, not just
gobsmacked.
Us. Yes, it's been done for us early bird adopters, affiliates, users who are part of Onpassive now. I really do feel that the whole of the internet, they really want to be able to come out the gates.
Like, slow down there, Red. Before you go taking over the internet, you might want to get yours to start working first.
With the phase 2 and shout loud and proud. This is what that's around Onpassive at the moment, so that they can throw those curtains metaphorically back and open themselves up to the world and says, here we are, so much for your super sticker. That is what I think it is.
Red, do you watch these back at all? Do you watch these back at all after you do them? Do you go and watch your lives to like make sure that they went well? Like, do you see this at all? And go, huh? Maybe next time people tell me I'm buffering, I should say, sorry guys, internet's not working, and then I should like find a better place to do it from. Just a thought, Red.
Great comfort, really, to
it's constructive criticism.
To know that Marty and Chris are in contact with our CEO. We are getting information through the OES. The likes of all of us who are out there that comes remotely close to the all in one place. It's going to have all the tools, all the services that we really do need.
Is it
to have a great and successful online business? And all of this has been done for us at the moment.
Wow. Right.
Do I have good days and bad days? Sure.
This is a bad day.
I wouldn't have gone 6.5 years in Onpassive if I didn't. Because
this is Red and it's no good, very bad day.
All of the other things that have been around that have failed, none of them come close to what we have been told, even about the commission rates.
Jesus.
It's second to none. Nobody has ever.
We don't know the commission rate. We don't actually know. We think that it's 100% with your first sale of a product, and then after that it's 25%, but we don't actually know. And by the way, it's the exact same as every other MLM out there, so it's not better.
Come close as that before. Anyway, guys.
You obviously do not research at all and look into the commissions of all the other MLMs. Come on.
Apparently my internet is buffering a bit around
it sucks.
Tomorrow, Wednesday, for some more updates for you. That's it from me. Speak to you all very, very soon. Bye for now.
Lord, Red, that was awful. That was absolutely
another week in Onpassive.
Like, the next time that people are telling you that you're buffering and that they can't hear you, maybe you should listen to them. Like, why are you ignoring your audience when they're like, hey, your stuff's not working? Like, listen to them when they tell you that. Don't just keep going. Definitely don't listen to Jean. All right? Don't listen to her. Like Alp says, okay? She lives in an absolute fairy tale land of make-believe. All right? Like, she's lying to you. How's he going to find a better place? He's on a boat. He can't just take his boat to the library or Starbucks for better internet. I thought that he docked the boat when he did this. Because they're not, like, driving the boat. So I thought that he, like, docked the boat, like, on near land. Because he has gotten out of the boat before and done live streams elsewhere. So I'm kind of like, why don't you just wait? Like, that's the thing, though, is that he has to go live, like, every single day. That's part of the problem. So it's like, yeah, if he is out on the water for the whole day, he probably would go live like that. Instead of just waiting, like, an extra day to go when you have good internet, you know, wait until you're in a place with decent internet and then do it. It's not like anything's happened. But no, instead they go live every single fucking day. It's like, Lord. It's convenient to make a quick exit when the detectives come a knocking. Being on a boat, maybe that is why he's on the boat. He's on a boat! He's on a boat! Yay! He's on a boat! All right, so we're going to have a quick commercial break, and then when we return, we are going to be reacting to some good old Marty DeGarmo. Yes, we are. It should be a great time, so don't go anywhere.
Today's video is brought to you by...
Do you have a berserker demon? You may think that's a strange question, but I've dealt with berserker demons. What's a berserker? The word describes ancient Nordic warriors who fought with uncontrollable rage. This is where we get the expression, he was so angry, he went berserk. In the days of Vikings, berserkers would enter a trance before battle to get supernatural strength. They fought with a frenzy. Sound like someone you know? As we say, they lose it. Explosive anger can come from frustration, feeling disrespected, trauma, mental and hormonal issues, and drugs, but uncontrollable rage can be demonic. As an exorcist, I've dealt with berserker demons. If you've got one, you'll need more than anger management therapy. You may need an exorcism of a berserker demon of anger. That's inhuman. I'm here to help at boblarson.org.
Whoa, looks like you got a bit of a tangle in your dangle. Did you know that more than 8 out of 10 hose owners die each year? Not anymore. Hey, turn me on and watch my hose get huge. My mom always told me I was a grower, not a shower, and boy was she right. And if you squeeze me in the right spot, all my raging fluids will come flying out of me, and instantly I'll retract to my small, natural, convenient size. Amazing! Oh, yep. Shout outs to all my flowers and growers out there. And just like a real snake, it can contract and expand like an accordion. You know, we really wanted to name it the Snake Hose, but that's the title of a gay porno. I mean, I've never seen it, but Lizard's close enough. This is my next door neighbor, Sharon. She didn't know I was filming her. She also didn't know I had my hose in my hand, too. If your hose weighs more than 15 pounds, I feel sorry for you. You see, women prefer light, dainty, petite hoses. You don't want to be walking around with a big honking nanner. Oh, Sharon. Whoa, watch the whoa, don't get it caught on the thing. Whoa. Hey, buddy, watch where you're going. You don't want to end up like that guy, still using a standard hose, not going anywhere, and he's fucking bald. Fuck! Look at my hose, people. Oh, yeah, it's growing fast, and it's not kinking up anytime soon. Now, I don't know who lives here, but it's time to wake up. Behold, the full length and girth of my hose and its full potential. Hey, can't you see I'm filming a commercial here, you fucking asshole? Wah! Take that, fuck boy. No one fucks with my hose. The lizard hose is about $30. You get 25 feet. That's like, just a little bit more than $1 per foot. Now, fuck it, we'll give you 2. That's 50 feet. Get fucked. Come on, touch it.
Wait, do you have a condom? You don't have one somewhere? Oi, excuse me there, sir. Do you have these directions? Sure, you just go down that way and make a turn. Don't let her know that your dinger's almost a no-go. Get Tiny Dinger condoms to you discreetly. It's very important to choose the right size, so make sure that you get your tiny size. Don't be caught without a condom. No, no, no. Get Tiny Dinger condoms, a YouTube streamer's favorite brand. Located at your local CVS pharmacy, Rexall, Shoppers Drug Mart, Walmart, and in your favorite streamer's nightstand. We get it. You're into feet, and not many girls are also into feet, but you finally found your dream woman. We got your souls covered now. Brought to you by the same people who brought to you Tiny Dinger condoms, trademarked, a YouTube streamer's favorite brand, and the same people who brought to you sexual endorphin spray, trademarked. We have now created the foot fetish Fantasia spray. When you're rubbing on her toes, take a deep breath in and smell the sweet aromas of the toilet bowl, the tire shop, dead flowers, and your nana's perfume. After all, it will turn you on more than just her pinky toe will. This little piggy has been to the market and grabbed themselves a bottle of the foot fetish Fantasia spray, trademarked. It made it so much easier to wake to my ex-girlfriend's feet after she posted up her beach trip vacay photos. Grab your bottle now and make that nasty foot fragrance vanish just like a ghost. Located at CVS Pharmacy, Shoppers Drug Mart, Rexall, Walmart, Kmart, Chaz R Us, and in your favorite foot fetishist nightstand. Are you getting upset with people's freedom of speech and consumer protection laws that allow the public to speak out about your scam? Are you giving YouTube creators false strikes in order to continue preying on vulnerable people? Is it getting hard to hold it in? Hold in all the bullshit? Well, introducing Tiny Digger diapers, the adult diaper designed for the man baby deep down inside who's always on the way to the top where his ears will pop. With our FlexiFit technology, Tiny Digger diapers moves with you whenever you sit on your chair, sit in your RV, sit on a boat, or sit in your home office paid for by the people you scam. The Secure Lock core offers unmatched absorption for when you're full of shit, which is most likely all the time. These diapers keep you dry and comfortable so you can attend all 500 hours of webinars this week and not miss your chance to sign up a homeless man to your scam. Maybe he also needs the diapers, huh? Brought to you by the same people who brought to you Tiny Digger condoms and Fantasia foot spray. Buy Tiny Digger diapers today. Located at Shoppers Drug Mart, Rexall, Walmart, Target, your local CVS pharmacy, and in your favorite con artist nightstand. No matter where your day takes you from webinar to webinar, you will always be dry and you won't have to cry. Thank you for listening to a message from today's sponsor.
Yes, thank you for listening to a message from our sponsors today. Now we're going to watch Chris Johnson and Marty DeGarmo's stream entitled Sharing the Dream. Can't wait.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for being here. It is the middle of the month. And
Woo!
2 more weeks and we'll be into December. Actually, a week from Thursday's Thanksgiving here in the U.S. I can actually eat turkey. I don't know that I will. For some reason, since I've been on the lion diet, anything other than beef just doesn't taste that good. Yeah, Dawn's making me meat.
Can't be that good to eat that much red meat all the time.
Meat mounds right now. Tell me that doesn't sound funny. Anyway,
Also,
thank you
that raw was cringe as fuck, Chris.
again, everybody, for being here the last week or so. We try to break down potential and effect. potential and effect. And I have some more today, and it's going to be jam-packed, so I'll try to go quickly. First, I'm going to turn it over to my brother from another mother that I'm just kidding. I don't want to go any farther. Anyway, I love you, Chris Johnson. He says it every day, and I don't. I get grief for it. But he knows in here is the love. All right, go ahead.
We can see you.
You made me laugh now. I love you, brother. I love all you. I'm going to be quick, real quick with the birthdays, quick prayers, because Marty DeGarmo has been on a roll the last week, putting out some amazing stuff. He had some amazing ideas, and I'm letting him go. He asked me, Chris, I'm sorry I'm hogging the whole show. I go, you can hog the whole show every day with what you're putting out. I love it. I'm right next to you, brother. Stand behind you. So today's birthday.
The illegal income claims?
Birthdays. And guess what? Marty's older sister, Diane DeGarmo, happy birthday to you. Miriam Sutton Weiberg. Hey, Miriam, I know you. Happy birthday. Have a blessed day. Mohammed Masood Rana, happy birthday. Abdullah, I like that name. Abdullah Muhammad, happy birthday to you. Ali Idar, happy birthday to you. Curtis St. Louis, happy birthday to you. And to my cousin, Cheryl Johnson Haggard, happy birthday to you. Opening prayers for everyone today, everyone that's sick.
Prayers for everyone.
I'm praying for you. I pray every morning. I was a good hour and a half today praying just for people, and I love it. So I'm going to do this. I'm excited because Marty has really sparked a lot of interest in a lot of people. He's going to be doing some different things here in the next few weeks to help other founders stay on the same page with translations. We're finding different ways that we can find out what people are really saying, the translation, trying to find people that actually read the scripts he sends in their language. That'll help, and we can put it on YouTube. So on that note, Marty, thank you for all that you've been doing.
I will say it is good that they are working on translating stuff. I just wish that they didn't start that when they were doing illegal income claims. Chris was talking about ashling pipe today. It was totally straight. I think Chris knew what he was doing. Are we going to hear that here?
Fire, my brother. So I'm going to hand it over to you. It's all yours, brother.
Yeah, thank you.
No spoilers.
I love the idea. Now, what I want to do is I try to relate what the potential is, like I said, with what the effect could be. Okay.
You guessed.
I want to open up to the world. I've been in a lot of businesses that solely focus on.
Here we go.
UK, England, USA, Australia. I want to move over. We have many.
He wants to be in one that's global.
Billions of people in countries that are less fortunate than we are. Yes, we're struggling. I get it. And there's a lot of people in the US struggling, believe it or not. But I'm going to move around everywhere and try to relate to how the potential in the company that we're in can affect us in the country we're in. From the company to the country we're in. Okay, today I wanted to focus on Africa. Now there's many countries in Africa. I don't know what it is, 55, 60, 55, whatever, a lot. I know a lot of people think, well, Africa, it's a country. No, it's a continent. There's many countries in Africa. And there's many countries in Africa that get a bad rap. Whatever the reason. Like they're different. They're getting a bull crap. It's only different because they weren't given the same opportunities as everyone else. It's just the way it turned out. But with Onpassive, when we talk about painting the world a different color, trying to bring up, and I believe, knowing what I know, this is my opinion, this company is going to build from the least to the most.
What?
With the least, we'll start to see the impact, but the impact will be greater. So it'll be massive, very good, great, and good. Okay, so we're all going to work out.
What?
But it's going to be massive for a country that is normally the people are left out. And I tried to do as much research as I could, and this is what I come up with. And remember, hypothetical, this is what I did. I'm not speaking for the company. Only thing I speak for the company it is the best company on the planet.
But you are speaking for the company because you're talking about what they're going to make in the company. So you can't just be like, oh, I'm not speaking on behalf of the company. You also claim on YouTube here and in Onpassive to be the main person that people should go to for their information other than Ash Mufara. And therefore, by default, anything you say will be taken as the word of the company. Whether you like it or not, no matter what you do on your platform, especially in relation to Onpassive, it will reflect on the company and it will be seen as being a part of the company. You cannot separate yourself anymore from it. We're way beyond that point. Been doing lives at least once a day for like 3 years about Onpassive. So you can't come out here talking about what people could be making in it, potentially in future, and then be like, oh, but I'm not speaking on behalf of the company. No, maybe not. Maybe you're not saying what Ash has told you, but you are coming up with bullshit numbers that is supposed to pique people's interest and get them to stay in the company.
In my opinion, it will be the biggest company on the planet. And one of the most things about it all, it will have the biggest impact on people on the planet. I would rather have that than be the richest company, really. Because what we got to do is filter down the economic to everyone, get everybody on the same page. So let me share my screen. I'll do the best I can. I got to move.
Oh, not again.
And I probably bit off more than I can chew. But anyway, let me try.
It's like every day this week.
Here we go. Can you see the document, Chris, that says...
I got you. I can see it.
Okay.
I can see it.
The income of a poor family in Africa can vary widely, depending on the country, region, and circumstance. Many families live on very low income, often defined by global standards such as extreme poverty. Families live in extreme poverty survive on less than $2.15 per person per day. That's disgusting when there's $500 trillion on the planet. Now remember, I could be off, okay? But I'm just telling you, there's a lot of money there. I'm not talking about making more wealth. I'm talking about moving it. World Bank threshold for extreme poverty as of 2022, this is old, for families of 5, this could amount to about $3,900 per year. However, many earn significantly less. Okay. Country-specific context. In some sub-Saharan African countries, rural households often rely on subsistence farming and informal labor, where cash income may be as little as $300 to $1,000 annually. Urban poor families might earn more, but face higher living costs. For example, informal sectors workers might earn a few $100s a month through their job. It can be inconsistent, so they can't plan anything. They get whatever they get, right? So it's moving all over the place. Impact of aid and other support. Many poor families supplement their income through government assistance, remittances for relatives, or NGO aid. However, such support varies greatly. It's not what you would call distributed evenly. It's not. And some are, even the sad situations, some people have had it even worse. If a poor family, here's where I want to go. Previously earning very little, began making an additional $1,000 per month. Okay, it changes lives here, but really changes lives in countries like Africa. It would be transformative. Here's how it could impact their lives. Dramatic shift in
this is some bullshit. This is some bullshit. Imagine how far 108 million would go if you redistributed it. Why don't you bring it up with Ash? Right, Marty? Onpassive has leveled up incomes from all around the world. Wherever you're from, you've earned nothing, right? What point is Marty trying to make? A bunch of random facts, but never any information how Onpassive will help. Yeah. Products are $100 a month. Every time they sell a product, they also have to buy a product. So it's like, they're also not thinking that these guys are going to then have to pay for these products to make money off of the products. They're not thinking anything. And it's pretty gross to be like, this area is poor, which is why we went there.
living standard, basic needs. They could afford nutritious food. A big one, clean water, better housing. This would likely eliminate hunger and improve overall health and hygiene. That's enough right there. That's amazing. These are things that
Yeah, it would be amazing, except how is OnPassive going to do that for them?
most of us in our part of the world have every day. We don't even think about it. Healthcare, access to healthcare services would improve and enabling them to afford medicine, hospital visits, and preventative care. Preventative, so they could go and get something ahead of time. But a lot of it would be better if they had clean water. Remember that. All this adds up, that they have the access for others. They would need less going to the hospital if they could drink water that wouldn't kill them. Education, big one. Children's education. They could pay for school, fees, uniform, supplies, ensuring constant education. This is.
Well, what do you mean? You said that people that are outside of the U.S. can't come to your U.S. schools that are the best in the whole world. And then you said that everyone was going to start getting their education on OFacademy. So soon everyone's going to be dumb, I guess. Give out those med beds, yeah. Water is the #1 killer in the world.
Particularly crucial in areas where education is a pathway out of poverty.
Oh, for fuck's sakes.
So you're leveraging it, okay? Now just watch how this goes. Higher education. Older children might even access vocational training or higher education, which could break the cycle of poverty.
Who's the
of
older
future
children
generations.
that are going to
Breaking
be
the
getting
cycle.
access
How many
to
generations were dirt
training?
poor year after year?
Tell me, how are people getting access to this training? Because if it's through OFacademy, then I'm not very confident. Like you say, older children might even, so that's not even a for sure thing, they might even access vocational training or higher education. But how is OnPassive going to do that? If you're talking about them doing it via OFacademy, I'm not confident. Also, is OFacademy going to be using OConnect? We still don't know. Or is it going to be its own separate thing? I have no clue. So is that the higher education and vocational training? Or are you talking OnPassive is going to like make enough money that they're then going to be able to build schools, all right, build schools in these areas and give access to people in these areas to be able to then go to these schools? Because you don't say anything. You're like, oh, pay for school supplies. Okay, are you going to pay for school supplies? Are you donating to them to pay for school supplies? Or do they have to join OnPassive as an OFounder for $97 and then sell a bunch of OConnect and then hopefully make enough money to pay for their school supplies and their uniforms and school fees and etc.? Like, it's fine for you to say that this is how OnPassive is going to allegedly help and what this help could do for people that receive it. But the whole thing is like, you don't then go into details about how OnPassive is actually going to go about helping these people. I don't understand. Because then it's like, okay, but OnPassive was also supposed to give them generational wealth. So why would they then even need to do vocational training or higher education if they're all becoming millionaires because of OnPassive? Are we going to have to wait for Obless for this help? Like, so many questions still. That's the magic of pulling out your ass land. You don't have to know, explain, or answer any of these questions. It all just magically happens at some unspecified time in the future through no work. It's like they don't even give any second thought. Like it's frustrating to me right now because Marty has put this together. Okay. Marty sat down, opened up Microsoft Word, and said, I'm going to put together this presentation. And then he basically typed this out. I don't know what he Google searched or put into AI to spit out to get all of this. Like, how could good education help a poor area or something? Like, you know what I mean? But then it's like, it's just like random general facts. It's not actually like anything of substance. It's just like older kids could go to secondary school. It's like, okay. What about Onpassive is going to make it that they can go and do that if they can't do that right now? Like, what are you providing to them? You know, it's just so angering. He might have used ChatGPT, probably. Because I don't know if he wrote all this. You know, it's not enough spelling errors in it. Let's be real. It looks very copy and pasted. But at the same time, it's like, with him putting this on, could he not, like, put more effort into explaining how Onpassive is doing this stuff? Like, how does he not sit down and think, okay, but how are we going to provide this stuff? You know, just by existing? It's weird.
20 years, 20 years, 20 years, 20 years, which is a generation forever. Will we change the whole world? No, but my gosh, watch the impact that happens. Economic stability.
Now you're not saving humanity?
Extra income the family could save for emergencies and invest in productive assets like land, livestock, or small business. Massive. That's $1,000 a month. Debt repayment, if they have debt, they can pay them off, improving their financial health. Community impact. Local economy, increased spending power might contribute to the local economy by supporting market shops and services. You have a people that have $1,000 extra dollars. They go to the market, they're spending more. The people running the market are making more. This is how this is triggered. This is what Mr. Mufara had in his head and his heart. This is what he had. Generosity. This is important. This is why this is really, really important too. Many African cultures emphasize community support. One wins, many win. So this family might share their resources with relatives and neighbors, uplifting others, lifting people above yourself. The more you have, the more you give, the more you give, the more they have.
Yeah, they're really good people to recruit because they really care about community. They share everything with community, so they'll recruit more people.
And this just goes and goes and goes. Psychological and social well-being.
What?
That goes without saying, right? A peaceful night's sleep would be pretty cool for some of them. A peaceful night's sleep with enough water and they ate okay. That's amazing. It's mind-blowing. I love this. Reduce stress. Financial security could reduce the stress of daily survival, improving family relationships. What do people fight about? Not having something they really, really need. Empowerment.
What?
They might gain a stronger voice in the community affairs, participate more in social and political activities. I said this a long time ago. You may not change the government.
Okay, but like, how is Onpassive going to change the fucking government?
But you may become the government.
What?
Think about that for a minute. What this could ricochet.
What are you talking about? What, Marty? Are you going to run for president?
Okay. What this can push people forward.
What?
In many parts of Africa, an additional $1,000 a month is substantial amount, often exceeding the median income. For families living in poverty, it could represent a leap into middle class, enabling long-term transformation. Now I'm going to jump it up for you.
Okay.
Now, this all can take place, my opinion, from the company we're in because of the vision and what Ash wanted.
See, this is what I mean. You say, oh, I am not representing the company. But then you read off all this shit and then you make statements like that. It's like, oh, okay. Marty isn't going to run for, from, or to anything. He has lost the plot. It's like he doesn't know what else to do now. So he's making these weird random presentations. I know several people who would love $1,000 a month. Yeah, but this thing isn't going to give it to you. If anything, this thing's going to take $1,000 a month from you.
If a poor family in Africa started earning $2,000 more a month, the impact would even be more profound, likely elevating them to a level of economic stability, middle-class lifestyle, or higher, depending on the country, because every country is different. We know that. Here's a breakdown of how this could change their lives.
Oh, again?
Improve standard of living. Now we're moving up. This is $2,000 a month for a family.
Just
Housing.
the same
They can move
stuff.
into a much safer, more comfortable home or improve their existing one with modern amenities like electricity, running water, sanitation. Running water, clean running water, sanitation saves lives.
Oh, Lord.
It saves lives. Food security.
Yeah, like I keep saying, imagine how many water filtration systems Ash could have gotten for $108 million. And then all the money he pocketed for the O Connect. But Marty, this is fucking ridiculous. Like the same things are going to change for people with 1,000 and 2,000. If anything, you should just be adding on to it. But you're just repeating yourself now. This is dumb.
This would have an access to diverse nutrition diet and could afford premium items that were previously a luxury. What we take for granted, when I take my big ass into the kitchen and open a refrigerator and pull out almost anything I need, billions of people.
You just eat meat.
Not a million, billions. If we can make an impact and we all start paying it forward. As said, take care of yourself. I'm not saying any of this like don't take care of you first. Yes, planes going down, you put the oxygen mask on you. Because if you pass out, you can't help your family. Anyway, technology. The family could afford mobile phones, internet access, or even computers, significantly boosting the connectivity and education of opportunities. Let me tell you, this is big, big, big.
Right?
You start to get people access to the internet, communication with who? Us?
We're still waiting for your data centers. Like, you're getting ahead of yourself again. You promised people data centers to bring them the internet. Once again, over $108 million. Not one data center. Violet says to Marty, you are worse than a politician. At least when they talk this shit, they do it in person. Next partnership, Onpassive and Enagic. Oh, Lord.
And this beautiful company we're in, it's over.
Over.
Because one thing I know, you take care of people, you change their lives.
Oh.
They're sick and tired of hearing how rich somebody else is. If you change their standard of life and they now can have a phone and internet, it's over.
What's
you're
over?
Not gonna have to ask them to share this with anyone. You might have to tell them to stop, but you don't have to tell them to start, especially if you change a life like that. And now we're talking.
See, there's a weird thing with this attraction marketing. Like, they're like, we're going to save people in Africa, and then their friends and family are going to see them get saved, and then they're all going to want to get saved, and the attraction marketing will work. And it's like, no, that's not how things go.
Talking $2,000 a month. Investment in education.
Again?
Higher quality schools. Families can send their children to private or better equipped schools, ensuring access to superior education and opportunity. I'm going to tell you, I'm going to fix that for you. We have e-learning inside our business.
Oh, Lord.
And they can access that in their own business.
Oh, fuck
and
off.
get the best education in the world.
You don't.
And no tomfoolery, no bullcrap where you're taking something.
It is bullcrap and tomfoolery because it doesn't exist whatsoever. So that's exactly what it is. You're like making this up. You literally don't have that. You have nothing right now. You have an OES that you're all excited you might be able to update your profile in soon. That's what you have. You do not have e-learning anything. And, oh God, what are you going to be teaching? Math? Accounting? Marketing? Like, nobody's going to want to come. And, like, who's going to be the teachers? Are they going to get paid for being teachers? Or do you think that teachers that get paid to do their jobs are going to want to leave those paid jobs to come pay to buy Academy to teach on it for free? I'm confused. Or they won't need to work as a teacher because they'll be rich from the Onpassive sales. Like, I don't understand what world this is, where everyone's getting their schooling on Academy that you guys live in. It's so weird. What a weird, delusional world you're all in.
You really don't need. This is powerful. And this is all going to be at their fingertips. One finger at a time, 2 fingers, a hand, many hands. This is what, if we push,
what?
And we teach them what we're doing. I talked to the OTEC guys, comfort a lot of my African family, and we've had a lot of discussions. When this ball gets rolling, show people how to roll the ball. Show people what you know. Let's blow this thing up. Let's get it shared. This is what the world needs.
Oh, Lord.
Beyond basic education, they might afford universal tuition, international schooling, or specialized training for their children. This is all will be embedded in our company, too. But for ones that want to go outside, this is what this enables them. $2,000 a month. Adult education. Parents or older family members might pursue skills training or education to improve their job or prospects of future. But
they don't need a job.
What?
Why would they do that if they don't need a job? Because they have Onpassive.
What help is that? Wealth creates an economic security. Savings. They could save a substantial portion for emergencies, long-term goals of retirement, investment. With extra funds, they could invest in small business, a farm, a shop, animals, poverty for real estate, generating rental income. You understand, this is $2,000 doesn't change one life. It changes many lives. Livestock, farming, equipment. They know how to farm. Give them the equipment. What can they do with a farm? Are you kidding?
You're an
Insurance.
asshole.
They can purchase healthcare, health, life, or prosperity insurance, property insurance, I'm sorry, protecting against unforeseen setbacks. Social mobility, influence, community leadership. The family might gain respect and influence. Let's remember this. The more influence somebody has that has a good heart, there's many people out there that have a good heart. They're led by their heart. Taking leadership roles or contributing.
Yeah, and you're an asshole because you come and prey on all those people with a good heart.
To local development projects. And this is sad, but it's true. People listen to people that have money. But what would it be like for the first time? Not the first time.
But I thought that you guys were going to change that by all becoming millionaires and making a bunch of money and then saving humanity.
People with money with a good heart. What happens when you unleash a continent that is surviving? They work together, family tighter than anything in these poor countries, and to be able to have the influence to make decisions for their fellow and sister, for their fellow man. It's mind-blowing. Philanthropy. Oh, I never could say that. They can support extended family or neighbors, becoming pillars of the community and support. Lifestyle enhancement, transportation. Affording their own vehicle would make transportation easier, expand job opportunities.
You're an idiot.
Because the best job they can get is walk to the market 3 miles.
You're literally preying on places that don't have paved roads as well. So just keep that in mind.
Get a better job maybe if they drove 10 miles and get a job making more money. You see what I mean? All this stuff, it's the little building blocks of possibilities that this company gives when you get a paintbrush and you make it bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. Healthcare ensures prompt and high quality medical attention. Recreation and travel. They don't know what recreation and travel is, most people. The family
What?
could afford the leisure activities, vacation, or even.
Buddy, because you seem to have this view that there's nowhere in Africa where people are doing like, well, where they do have a middle class sort of thing, where they can't travel. Like the way that you view people is negative, Marty. He's like, yeah, no one there in all of Africa has ever traveled. There are all these poor people living in huts on dirt roads. It's like maybe a lot of the people you preyed on, yeah. But to make the statement that like most people there don't know any travel, that's quite a fucking stretch. You know nothing, Marty. Do you know how many thousands of people have parroted the same thing? It is way more complex and you need much better thought out solutions and innovations, right? Like they just come out here like, we're going to solve all of the world's problems. And you're like, how? And they're like, because we have this company with these products. And you're like, okay, there's a lot of companies with products. Many of them have humanitarian projects, organizations, etc. So foundations, you name it. You know, so it's like, what is so different about yours? It's like they don't even think past that. But Marty seems to have a very weird view of the whole world.
International travel, inspirational step for many. No doubt, this is dreams for many, and it could come to reality. Number 6, long-term impact. Breaking the cycle of poverty, sustained income at a level could permanently change the family's trajectory, offering opportunities for future.
It's really gross too how they're making all of it all about family, right? Like every single one, it's the family, the family, the family.
Generations. When you skip that rock across the lake, you want it to skip as many times as possible. That's what you do with a company that does what this one's about to do, where you start to build and change lives.
Scammer's throat clear.
From the middle down, from the middle up, from the top down, everywhere. This is beautiful. Inspiring others. This success could motivate others in their community to strive for similar improvements. Let me break that down for you. Inspiring.
Oh my God. Why are you so fucking repetitive?
In others, if they see that.
Like you wrote this shit down. Do you not read through it? And like try to at least edit it in any way? Make sure you're not like repeating the same points over and over again. Oh, Lord, Marty.
That John and his family, who were struggling just like they were, and now they're not struggling, they're actually thriving. Are we going to want to know what John's doing? Newsflash. Absolutely.
Not Onpassive.
That shares it. That leverages what he did. Leverage the result. They're going to see the results. This is huge. Global context. Huge. If many African countries, $2,000 per month, about $24,000 annually, far exceeds the median income. It places families among the top earners for comparison. Right. In a rural area, this would represent.
It's funny because they seem to think that money just solves all issues. But as we know, money isn't all it takes to solve problems. Unfortunately. It's like even if everyone in Onpassive became a millionaire tomorrow, that wouldn't then just like solve all of these issues. You get what I'm saying? Like it's ridiculous. They really don't know what it would take to even help any of these areas.
Significant affluence, perhaps equivalent to a wealthy family.
Like their idea of helping the homeless is finding homeless people and then buying them an OFounder position. And then it's like, okay, but then what? Oh, well, then they have to pay $125 a month for OConnect in order to sell it. So it's like these people are already in the minuses when they join. So it's like, what's the point? How does that help? You can't buy happiness, but you can rent it. Make sure the homeless stay plugged in. Yeah, right? It's like that doesn't help at all.
family. In
urban, where'd you go? Lord.
Can you still hear me, Chris?
Yeah, you're back. You jumped off for a second. You're back.
Okay, I don't know what happened. Sorry about that.
Right.
I blew up my
Exactly.
computer. Hold on. I don't have sound. So I
blew up something.
Tech geniuses.
All right. Anyway, let me go back one second.
No, you don't have to go back.
Hi everyone, my name is Mike. I'm CEO and founder of Boomerang Me, a white label loyalty platform for.
You don't have to go back. Don't go back.
Rural areas, this would represent significant influence. Okay, in urban areas, it could mean a comfortable upper middle class lifestyle. This amount could fundamentally redefine their lives, not just meeting their needs, but improving them to thrive.
Empowering.
I went crazy. I went one more step. If 100 families in Africa each began earning $2,000 a month, now, you know what I do. That's what I do. The collective impact would be monumental, not just for families, but for the entire community, region, even the country.
Which country? Over 50 of them. Like, what are you talking about? What are you actually fucking talking about right now? I'm about to lose my goddamn mind. I'm about to lose my mind. 100 families in Africa would change all of Africa. I need to look this up because I don't have a number. Let's check it out. Okay. Yeah. See, I thought something like that. Okay, the population of Africa as you can see here, the population of Africa, all of Africa, all right, is this much. 1,527,464,112. Remember, I'm not good with numbers. I'm sorry. If I fuck that up, I'm sorry. So, okay, that's the population there. Okay. And for some reason, for some bizarre reason, Marty seems to think that 100 families in Africa earning a decent amount of money is going to completely change Africa. All of Africa. And I'm just like, I think it would take a little bit more than that. Would it be great for if they were all in the same area, it would be great for that area. Don't get me wrong, and great for those families. But that's not going to change all of Africa. Okay, unfortunately, that's not going to do it. And this is what I don't even think that they grasp, like, how big Africa is. So, whatever, Marty.
Here's an analysis of what such transformation might be.
Oh, here we go.
Economic boom, collective income. The combined additional income would be $200,000 per month, 2.4 million annually. Increased spending power. These families would inject significant money into the local economy, boosting the market, shops, and services. Job creation. Local business would thrive as demand for goods and services and infrastructure increased. Entrepreneurs could also invest in ventures that employ others.
Wow.
So now you're getting to the point, 1,000 people are making 2,000. Now they're starting to build an industry and hiring people.
You're
community
transformation,
idiot, infrastructure development. The new wealth could support.
Right, like Jelly says, like, Marty, step away from the chat GPT. Like, I don't know what you're doing. This isn't it.
The construction of schools, healthcare facilities, and better housing. Roads, water systems with an S, not one. Electricity grids. Collective project.
You think if you give someone in Africa, a family in Africa, $2,000, they're going to be able to build schools all over Africa? Are you mental?
Family could pool resources to build communal assets like agriculture, cooperative local business, or renewable energy projects, education revolution, school enrollment. All children from these families could attend high-quality school, driven up literacy and skill level. Educational institutions.
They have to be there.
These families might even invest in creating or upgrading local schools, benefits the wider community. Education access.
Yeah, like, are you and Chris going to travel to Africa, help build some schools? Are you talking about Academy again? Did you realize that people out of the USA can go to the USA for school and other countries? Like I'm just wondering, Marty. Marty, you should not be doing drugs. Also, you better share that shit with us. I don't want what he's on.
More children could attend universities, creating generations of skilled professionals. Social and culture impact, reduce inequality. The gap between these families and the ultra poor would shrink.
What?
Reducing social tension, bringing everybody up, empowerment. The newfound prosperity could inspire other families, create a culture of ambition and possibilities. Community leadership. These families might take on leadership roles, advocating for broader development incentives.
Initiatives. You allegedly wrote this, but you don't know what you wrote. You can barely fucking read it. Lord, and it's so repetitive.
Said, you get the money to the people, they have the resources, they have the heart, and they move into positions where they become leaders of a community. Now, you have somebody speaking from the heart and not always speaking from greed.
Ouch!
It will change everything. It's not going to happen overnight. I'm going to give you pie in the sky. But this is what? $2,000 a month for 1,000 families. That could happen, and that could happen quick, especially with the amount of people over here that are in this business. We got to find a way to get you set and then get this thing moving down the hill. I've talked to OTEC pros, a lot of people from Africa, and they're fired up. This is where we want to go. But when they get freed up and they have the resources and they get a system to hand to some families over in their country, it's over. Okay. Health and well-being.
Wow.
Oh, I'm doing pretty good. Improve health over outcomes. With access to better health, clean water, nutritional food, these families would experience significant improvement in health. Healthcare facilities, they could support the creation, enhancement of local clinics, benefiting the entire region.
By the way, you need like 80 people under you to make that amount a month. So like, yes, totally possible for everyone.
National impact, economic growth. One regional scale, this influx of wealth could create a ripple effect. We talk about the ripple effect all the time. Lifting nearby communities through trade and job opportunities. When you start something like this, and Ash knew this. He knew this. This is what drives him. He knew if he could get this out and get it going, no matter what crap happened, no matter who was nasty or who did something wrong, this is why I'm here. I saw what he's saying years ago.
Wow.
I love every bit of it. Tax revenue. If tax, this income could.
Of course you do. You're at the very top. You finally made it into the 1%, Marty. Good for you, bud.
Government budgets, funding public services like education, healthcare, and infrastructure. Model community. The success of this family could serve as a blueprint for similar initiatives across the country.
This you learned that word?
Will explode. That's why you got to get people with a good heart to the upper level so that they can make the decisions or at least be part of it. It'll happen. Potential challenges. Inflation. The sudden influx of cash could drive up prices in local markets, potentially disadvantaging those that are not benefited directly. I have to say that.
Huh.
But I think in the long run, because especially in countries like Africa, everybody takes care of each other. I think the plus will outweigh the negative a million times. Social strain, wealthy to surround these families, others might lead to envy or tension. That could happen, but that's part of growing. It's called growing pains.
What?
Sustainability, ensuring the additional income is used for long-term investment rather than short-term consumption. If you're doing the business and the business was built to last for generations, for years and years and years, that won't be a worry. Now, a flash in the pan, I can see where that would be a problem. People build up their, what they need to do, and they're going to learn this. We learn this from each other. When the money's coming in, invest what you can. Take care of yourself, fill your pocket.
Yeah, when
different for people around the world. Get water to
when it comes in. He keeps saying that when the money's coming in. Been saying that for 7 years. I don't think it's coming. Not coming soon.
drink and better food, and then start working on the future. Comparison to national standards. If many African countries made $2,000 per family or $24,000, far exceed average income. If 100 families achieve this, they might collectively represent a new middle to upper class demographic in the region. A shift in local economic and demographic dynamic paving the way for widespread upliftment. I didn't even know that was a word. The generational leap. This incentive would not only improve the lives of 100 families, but could also change the trajectory of an entire community for generations, laying the foundation for substantial economic and social development. If 1,000 families in Africa began earning $2,000 more a month, the transformation would be on a regional or even national scale, representing a significant income and social shift. Here's the details below. I got to hustle. Oh, no, I'm still good. A massive economic impact, collective income, an additional income would total $2 million per month, $2 million annual. I think I did this. Local boom, business to surge, but no, maybe not. The surge in spending power would supercharge local business, create jobs, stimulate growth. Agriculture.
No,
okay,
it's
I
good
did go
for
through
businesses.
this. It might have copied twice. It did. Anyway, so there's what I had. I wanted to break it down so that everybody can see the potential, because I know a lot of times we talk about over here, over here.
Onpassive Mr. Ash Mufara says, Marty, stop with the income claims. Even I think this is too much. And it's like with Marty, just when he thinks that he's gone the lowest he can go, there's a basement. And then the basement has a basement, which has a basement, which has a basement. And then all of a sudden you're in the middle of the earth. And you're like, what the fuck happened? Thanks, Ash. It's like he won't stop. It just keeps going and they keep getting worse. Like, this is quite the display, Marty.
And this works for everyone. It works for everyone, everywhere. If you're in, you win, like they said. Now,
oh, no.
I know a lot of people say, well, I got to do this. Wait and find out what we got to do. Whatever we got to do, 2%. I think it's more like 1%. And we're going to change the world. And when we get moving and people are starting where they can get breathing room, then you go and you say, okay,
right,
I got a game.
Lily says, okay, so my question of how Onpassive will uplift humanity is now answered. Not really. Not really. How is it going to uplift humanity? Allegedly by paying people money for the products and then providing education via Academy, which has yet to exist. It probably won't exist. Marty is coming up on the other side of the flat earth. Yeah, at this point. Lord.
I'm going to my country. I'm going to a village that I lived in, and I'm going to change it step by step by step. And you're going to train or teach others to do the same thing. That's all I have, Chris Johnson.
Good. I want to add to that.
Wow.
I'm going to put it in layman's terms, what he just said, real simple. Marty, by the way, again, very good, exciting. Goosebumps.
Good job.
And a lot of really great comments.
Yeah.
Ash Mufara not only
that's how AI answers. You know how it had all the asterisks? Yeah, that's how AI answers. I know, because I literally have used it before. I like to fuck around with AI all the time. I'm trying to train all of the AIs to tell people that Onpassive is a scam. So it's like, I'm pretty sure that when you ask AI to break down something, a lot of is it the Google's Al? I couldn't remember which one it was specifically, because like I mess around with a lot of the AIs that they have. But I'm pretty sure that's how it answers, is it will break it down into parts like that, and it will use the little asterisks, the little stars. So it looks like all Marty did was type in, like, how would $2,000 a month help 100 people in Africa, for example? And then the Google Owl, Google's Owl, spit that answer out. And then he just copy and pasted it. And then he really just read it to us. Not in the best. Not in the best way. So there's that. But it's like, okay, so again, like I'm saying, you come across this live stream. You have no clue what Onpassive is. This is the only live stream you watch. You still have no clue what the fuck is going on here. You know, like you would be really confused. You'd be like, okay, so wait, Onpassive is a company that helps Africa by paying people $2,000 a month, and then they have Academy, and then they'll make everyone in Africa rich. Like, you would just be so confused. Like, it doesn't make sense. And I think most people that aren't brainwashed into this thing to just think that as soon as they go live or launch, however you want to put it, the products are just going to sell like crazy and everyone in the world's going to join. Like, we kind of have more questions. You know, we can kind of see through this and go, why? Why would any of this help? Even if you had 50 products and people were able to sell all 50 of those products and make money off of the products, I still don't see this thing taking off how they picture it. And that's what's kind of sad here. There's just such a disconnect with reality. They really are in their own little unicorn world.
Master marketer. I don't know if you know this, but don't tell anybody. He's also a master plumber. Shh. And over 20 years ago, he started laying pipe.
What?
He started laying pipe from where he was to one state, to one country.
You know, that's how he has children. What do you mean?
And now he's got them all. And all he's got to do really is turn on a little valve. And these streams of happiness, or that streams of $2,000 a month, as Marty is saying,
oh my God,
is going to just flood everyone.
Oh my God, can Ash Mufara please keep his streams of happiness to himself? I definitely do not want to be flooded with any of that. Lord.
Every country, no matter where you're at, Ash puts some big pipes in the ground for all of us.
What?
All right, now, he really isn't a master plumber, but I think you get the idea. He's opened up the world to a brand new way, a unique way.
I think I need you to explain it. With a different analogy, because this is, oh my,
of creating happiness. You know, Marty talks about this for $2,000 a month. Triple that, quadruple that as time goes on, because it's unlimited. Now, what also will happen is people pay taxes. All right.
Ash is a masturbator. He baits his plumbing. Apparently he's been laying a lot of pipe. And then he's gonna spray us all with his happiness. Whatever the hell that means. I'm scared. I'm gonna start carrying around an umbrella.
If you have 2,000 or 100 people just making an extra $2,000 a month, that actually goes back into their country. Hopefully their governments, they see that. When governments notice that, where's people making this money from? The government's going to want to check it out.
What are you talking about?
That's the truth. Over here, We pay a lot of taxes in America. Oh my God, if I could tell you all the taxes I pay.
You really don't understand the world outside of your own. That's so crazy to me.
And that's benefit to this country, to your country, to everyone. You know, every single week, the lottery comes out with a new game. I went on the site the other day. They've got hundreds and hundreds of games to win money. I mean, hundreds. During the day, during the morning, during the night, 3-digit, 4-digit, big game, little game, small game. Every single thing to catch you. That's their marketing plan. And people go in there and they buy them. They could do it online. Another thing that grew because of online was the lottery, because it's easy.
Like Alb says, this is an old fantasy they've had. Governments and whole countries are going to join this. It's crazy to me that his idea of that is that someone in Africa is going to make $2,000 a month. And then that's going to somehow trigger their government to be like, wow, where's all this rich people money coming from? And then they're going to look into where it's coming from. And then that's going to lead them to joining this. Like, whoa. Wow. Like, is that how the government in the US is going to join? So if that wouldn't happen in your own country, it's so weird to think that because do they think that that's going to happen with like Trump in the next year? Like, I'm confused. I'm sort of like, what a weird fucking way of viewing the world. Just this whole stream of theirs has just been completely eye-opening in terms of seeing how these two view the world and other countries outside of the US. It's just like, wow. They have been living under a big giant rock. I mean, it would have to be pretty big.
Access, you don't have to run to the store. All right, we have every single thing in this company that's going to win.
No.
Right? When I see people have money for millions and millions of dollars a year spending on lottery, hoping for a lucky number to come in and a dream, the dream is here and it's happening now.
What if I told you that according to real statistics, since you and Marty seem to like numbers so much, you actually had a bigger chance at winning one of those lotteries that you were just dissing on than you do of making a livable wage in this Onpassive thing? Would it change your mind about the lotteries or maybe even Onpassive?
You don't need numbers. You don't need luck.
What?
Because we have Ash Mafara and this amazing company.
Okay.
All right. Eat.
Oh, that was weird. After an entire week of Marty DeGarmo putting together presentations involving numbers, Chris comes out here and goes, "You don't need numbers." Again, it's like they're not even in the same library. Never mind book. They're just...
When that valve was turned on, watch what's going to happen. I don't think people really realize when Ash Mafara said the color of the world is going to change. I mean, he says some pretty.
It's like, you gotta stop bringing up this damn valve of the spraying with I'm gonna need you to
stop going there.
I need you to stop that right now. Okay, I don't want to keep thinking about that. All right, I'm gonna use the power of magical thinking to get you to stop talking about that. That's what I'm going to use mine for. All right? You can waste yours on this Onpassive shit. I need you to stop talking about Ash's valves. That's a sentence I never thought I'd say.
Both things. And not a lot of CEOs have ever said that. So we had some great leaders in this world that said, yeah, we're
fucking Jerry comes in with sharing is caring.
going to make it better. All right. Failure, go. Ash Mafara is dead set. I mean, dead set on saying, I'm going to do this.
Ouch.
I'm going to change the world with all these people that jumped in with me.
Mushroom.
And then we're going to build more plumbing lines.
What?
He's going to have multiple streams going every direction, to your home, to your car.
Oh, no.
To your vacation home.
Ah!
To the people that's on the streets.
He's coming everywhere.
So you want to know where to invest $1,000 right now? Well, forget about stocks, crypto, and real estate because
it's nothing but love and help, man.
Help!
I've never seen a CEO that wants to give away everything. And he really is giving it all.
Not, Jelly.
So bash him if you want. I love the guy. I love the guy for what he did, for what he's doing, and what really is going to happen. And let me tell you something, guys, gals, family. You are going to be very, very excited when all this happens. Stay patient. Keep your faith, man. I guarantee you, you guys all say, God, please let me win the lottery this week. I know, because I was that guy for years. All I say is, God, thank you for putting this company in my life. Thank you for getting to know a guy that cares about every person in the world, no matter what their color, what their religion, a man that wants to bring the world together.
Kiss. Then the come. My dick is in love with pain. Co-op cock torture. Stuff my cum. What's all the commotion? My dad.
Okay, I'm done.
Peaceful. Man, you can't get any better than that. Yeah, you can go work for 30, 40 years. All right. I've got more respect from Ash Mafara and this foundership in 4 years than I did from my company for 32 years. Because they never said, Chris, it's going to get better. Ash Mafara has constantly told us for a very long time, it's going to get better.
Why would I believe him?
We're going to create better, and we're going to keep doing better. Do you remember a long time ago, he used to say, we want to keep this company 5-10 years ahead of everyone.
Okay.
With artificial intelligence, with the products. Ash took all the mousetraps in the world and says, oh, no, we got to better them.
What?
We can better the mousetraps. We can better technology. Yep, we have just about everything that's out there. Better, easier, and it's for everyone. And
you got too much going on right now. All right, you're talking about valves and ash coming everywhere. Now all of a sudden there's mouse traps. Like what's going on, dude?
We get paid. All right.
This is weird.
Right now there's someone making $300 a year in the country. Imagine what $2,000 extra a month going from $300 a year, what's going to do for them. Man, you guys, I don't really understand or think you really know, if I even said that right, how big this company is going to have effect on this world. All right. Marty DeGarmo has hit every single thing.
I was really sick and tired of hearing about it. And I want it to fucking happen already then. If it's going to happen. Like, do we need to wait another 6 years? You know? They would probably spend that money and become broke again. Probably. And why should I believe that they're going to put all this money back into other people than into saving humanity? Like, it's just also ridiculous.
Last 5-6 days, that should keep you excited. All right? We've talked about everything. Possibilities.
Yeah, stop talking.
Predictions, projections, resistance. Hey, man, we got a whole book of things. This is going to be the world's greatest movie. I've said that a million times. And you're part of it. You guys are the lead characters. You are going to take this to another level.
Violet says, like, shit or get off the pot. Like stop talking about it and do it. Instead of saying, we're going to make a bunch of money, like, get going. All right, it's getting frustrating. And then Ash hasn't been out here since October 3rd. It's like, Lord, what's going on? Then we have Red talking about how it will be over Christmas time. That's another, like, month and a half away. It's like, Lord.
Know it yet. Marty DeGarmo, thank you, brother, for all you're doing. Amazing again today. And I'm handing it back to you. And we did really good on time. Marty told me, Chris, we're gonna go an hour. I said, okay. What did I say? Good.
Yeah,
I'll do my stuff real quick. I said, you take it, brother. You take
it. I didn't want to push Red, but we're good now. It worked out.
It's okay.
Come back tomorrow. We'll have some more info. I have other ideas because I want to relate the possibilities with the possibilities of what
Stop
the
going
outcome
there.
is, which is cool. It's easier for me, and I know people say, "Oh, I can understand that." So I hope we did well. Thank you for being here, and don't forget Red Zone at 11, and we'll see you. Oh, tonight Minnow has. What time is Minnow's tonight?
9. I think it's 9 o'clock on Fridays.
Oh Lord.
Minnow, write in here what time it is.
The Minnow or Minnow?
Somebody that knows. Minnow,
Never
write what
know.
time your show starts tonight.
It's 9 o'clock, but you can come out at 8:30. I think
You
that's
could put your title in here too. Would be nice.
Heroes.
See, financial time freedom. Just remember though, you have a webinar at 10 a.m., another one at noon, another one at 2, another one at 4, another one at 8:30, and trivia every single night. Salami says it's manure. Might as well be.
Heroes coming out, or no, the techies off this Saturday.
No, tomorrow is an African webinar.
I get it.
Marcianne, I'm going. Mike's going. You're going, Chris. So far, I didn't get a hold of Dan yet. Oh, I think Dan's going too. Yeah, we met over there. 9 o'clock.
God, they're all going to be there. Yeah, how exciting. Marty says that everyone's going. Like Chris is going.
Stop going there.
And Mike is going.
I'm Mike Ellis, by the way.
And he's going to, of course, he's going to be there.
If that's a cult, call me Reverend Jim Jones. Okay, let's go to Guyana. All right, no joke.
It's going to be great fun at the African webinar. You know, the African webinar will be great fun. So that explains why he did a whole presentation on Africa. I was wondering, because, you know, he usually doesn't think about these things unless they're doing some special webinar.
9 o'clock for Minnow's let's chat. And we'll see you there.
And thankfully, that's all that we have of that. Good old Marty DeGarmo. So that was kind of like illegal income claims, right? Because he was saying, you know, it's really easy to make $2,000 a month, which you would need 80 sales a month for just to break even on that. Never mind like buying the product and all that. And so that part of it is an illegal income claim. And then the rest of it's just shitty. And it's just like making a bunch of broken promises. And it was crappy because you could also tell it was like AI that he was just reading. Although I'm sure if he had tried to edit it, it wouldn't have been all that much better. Sheesh, they were nuts this week. They really were. A lot of illegal income claims. And yes, they definitely, when it comes to that, need to
stop going there.
Like they really need to quit.
Quit.
Doing those illegal income claims. I really need them to stop. It's too much. It's too much, I say. All right? They need to cut it out. I am still on a hunt looking for our dear Susie. She has been missing. I haven't seen her in a long time, poor Susie. So if you see that woman, please do let me know, because I haven't seen her in a webinar as of late. And, you know, we miss good old Hoops McCrae. So, you know, hopefully she's okay. Hopefully she's okay. Susie is on the run. Hopefully she's left and moved on and realized they are desperate and reckless, never a good combination. It's true. It's true. And it's like they've run out of things to talk about, so now they're just making up illegal income claims. It's ridiculous. Susie and Ash went out of the country together? Maybe. Well, we're almost at the end here, but first I have something very special for everyone. It is now time for...
And now it is time for an Onpassive poem. Today's poem is brought to you by Bill Must Productions.
On a road paved with dreams and fire, we push through rain and climb up higher. With every step we break the mold, chasing a future bright and bold. In the rear view, we leave the doubt. Windows down, we scream and shout. Bound together in our quest. Trust the journey, there's no rest. Onpassive gears us up to fly. Together we reach for the sky. Founders united, unwavering trust. In this vehicle we'll adjust. Each mile we turn a corner bright. Headlights cut through darkest night. Bound by hope and dreams immense. In our hearts the journey makes sense. Pausing never we push through. In our hearts we know it's true. The road may twist, but we stand tall. Onpassive leads us one and all. Onpassive gears us up to fly. Together we reach for the sky. Founders united, unwavering trust. In this vehicle we'll adjust.
And that was
an Onpassive poem.
And that is it, everyone, for tonight's Friyay with my Sayers of Nay. I thank all of you for coming, especially all of you that stuck it out for the whole thing. I'm hoping that next week we'll be able to play some games together. It kind of depends on what goes on, because I'm hoping that Ash does make an appearance soon. So every week I'm kind of like, is this going to be the week he comes back and talks to us? I don't know. Let me know your thoughts about all of that down below. Do you think we're going to see Ash again before Christmas? Do you think we're going to see him again this year? Do you think this thing will launch at all before the end of 2024? I'm not too hopeful. I think that the unicorn has died. Rip to the unicorn. I love all of you. Thank you so much for being here with me for another episode of our Friyay with my Sayers of Nay. I love all of you. Have a fabulous rest of your night and a fabulous weekend. Stay tuned to the community tab for all updates and future videos and live stream announcements. And I'll see you all on Monday for MLM Monday. Have a great weekend. Mwah! I love all your faces. We're in it to win it.
My name is Ash Mufara, and I'm your friend. My name is Ash Mufara, and I'm your friend.
I'm Mike Ellis, by the way.
Call me Reverend Jim Jones, okay? Let's go to Guyana, all right? No joke. Is that the call?
Hey.
Friend.
That negative YouTube channel has got more followers on it than I do on my own. It breaks my heart.
And I'm your friend. My name is Ash Mufara. If you're rude, if you've been doubting or spying, or we know who you are.
Stop going there. She wants to be the first to make us look silly. Yeah, Queen of Karma's on there asking for a debate. That's the lady I brought on. Her debate was screaming at Ash. And another Queen of Karma asking about why don't we answer the question about religion. I I think we've answered that over and over again.
I've been answering them all morning long. It's not the answer you want, but only Reverend Jim Jones. Okay? Let's go to Cayenne. All right, right there.
All right, this is a great way to start your day. Come here and tune into crazy men talking about their experiences. My name is Ash Mubarak, and I'm your friend.
I'm Mike Elch, by the way.
And I'm your friend.
Happy Friday, everyone!
Stop going there. That negative YouTube channel has got more followers on it than I do on my YouTube channel. It breaks my heart.
And I'm your friend. My name is Ash Mubarak.
Stop going there. Yeah, Queen of Karma's down there.
My name is Ash Mubarak, and I'm your friend.
Let's go to Cayenne.